Yo, it's victory. Monday. Let's go. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Come on. Here's the room fill up. Be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to smash upon the like button. Let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on. Victory is mine. Victory is mine. Come on. Hey. They say ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation groove? Let's get it. Come on. This is going to be a recap of our thoughts and conversation that rules the nation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on. Let's go. What's good with you? Thank everybody for tuning in. The name is Law Nation, and we talk Cowboys football and beyond. And on top of that, if you've been hiding under a rock, Cowboys won last night. You know, they say the best for last night, and we did our thing. And Dak Prescott, of course, a lot of people going back and forth over his gameplay and what have you. People fail to realize it was literally a monsoon out there. I mean, rain everywhere. But the good thing is we saw some real concepts, and also we saw some real running attack when we got down into the money zone, red zone, green zone, that we actually were able to punch it in. So, yes, indeed, victory, Cowboys fan 95. Appreciate you. Shout out to you, Dallas. I see you. Fam, appreciate you. Marcelo, thank everybody for tuning in. So as the room fill up, I want to let y'all know this. We going to bring it every single week. We going to bring it every single week. Ain't that right?
Sacrifice.
We going to bring it every single week because there have been a lot of people talking. A lot of people been spitting crazy stuff about our team, right? And they think that we're not going to sit back and enjoy this because, hey, all of a sudden they moved the goalpost. They said, oh, okay, now it's, hey, man, hey, y'all might have done this, but last time y'all did anything was 95, 96. That's okay. But last time I turned on the TV, we put 40 on those boards, didn't we? We put 40 on those. So shoot down all of the haters, baby. That's what we do. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, victory. I want you guys to enjoy this, savor this. You know what I'm saying? Look. This was the largest loss in Giants history. You know, it says franchise history. So when y'all in the barbershops or what have you, you want to talk that good stuff, you say, yeah, man, y'all should remove all access of talking anybody's noise over here, especially to the Cowboy Nation. You know, y'all should remove all of that. There should be no room for y'all to say anything negative because at the end of the day, the Cowboys, they own the Giants, right? They own them.
Sacrifice.
Let's go. Hey, the 3 and the 4 ladder 3 and the 4 ladder network pushing the goalpost back. That's what they do. That's what they do. They don't allow us to enjoy. You know, some people were saying, hey, man, yeah, it was 40-0, but is the Giants really a good team? I can't make this stuff up, man. You know, is the Giants a good team? Oh, what did they win a playoff game last year? You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Did they make it to the playoff last year? You know, did they have above 500 record last season? Y'all let me know because all of a sudden now the Giants, you see, they do this every time. You remember it was a couple years back Carolina, they was 3-0. They was 3-0. Everybody saying, hey, man, this is going to be a big game for Dak Prescott. The last time they visit Sam Darnold, even though he's on a new team, he got more weapons. Sam Darnold, he should be able to do X, Y, and Z. And then when we look at the end of the score,
Spartans, what is your profession?
and all we knew was, hey, at the end of the day, we opened it all the way up, man. They were calling Peter and everything, saying that, hey, man, you harmed those Panthers over there. We trying to take you down. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Stephen A., Ryan Clark, Ian Sharp are some haters. I think Ryan Clark is more on the Cowboys side. He's been objective. He was out there at Oxnard. I give him more respect than Stephen A. Smith and also Shay Sharp because they wasn't out there in Oxnard. This dude was. Ryan, he got a chance to sit back, look at practice, and he know what that defense is about. You know what I mean? So I'll take that, But, we talk about the fickle fans, you know what I'm saying? The fans that like to run, and they caught a fan running from the stadium. They said they're going to blue out the stadium, right? They're going to have all type of blues in the stadium. So when I turned on the TV and I got a chance to look a little bit deeper, I saw number white jerseys, and the white jerseys were the Cowboys. So we run New York, baby. Look, watch this fan. Don't y'all be like this guy, though. Don't y'all be like this guy. Watch this. One more time. One more time. Don't y'all be like that. Come on, man. Don't y'all be like that, man. Because all the energy.
Win this game. They're going to come out. They're going to be 1-0. And they're going to shock the world because nobody wants to give Daniel Jones any respect. The only man only had 15 touchdowns. They sweep those 700 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns right under the carpet. Like it never happened. One RPO, Darren Waller, wide open, Jalen Hyatt stretches the field. There's a bunch of guys. Mike Kafka, all that pre-snap motion. The Giants' offensive lines improved with JMS at center. I'm telling you right now. Nobody wants to give Daniel Jones any respect. He's going to get it after week 1 because the Giants are winning that damn football game. Let's go.
Look how he laid out. Oh my gosh, man. Hey, man, I know y'all was laughing like that in real life, man, because at the end of the day, man, the Dallas Cowboys, I'm telling you, man, we got a different type of vibe going on right now. We do. We got a different type of vibe going, and it's a good thing, man. And it's good for us, Cowboy Nation.
I think that's a good point. And him and Deron Bland scoring the first 2 touchdowns. Like, as much as we love this offense, holy cow, special teams and defense was showing out all night last night.
Well, of course, that starts at the top with Mike, and it's what he and Dan and, stress. And, of course,
switch over, got a press conference.
The ball, which is what we did last night. And, it's just they're picking up right where they left off the last 2 years in terms of getting the turnovers. You can see it in the culture. You can see it in the attitude of the defense.
Culture for real.
Picked up right where he left off as well. He had a great year picking the ball off last year. And, of course, gets the pick 6 last night. And, Diggs, there we're up, 30-plus points, and he's running a guy down and hacking the ball out and, doing the way we practice every day. So hats off to Coach Quinn, Coach McCarthy, Coach Shotty, the whole crew, Bones, and what they're stressing every day and certainly taking it to the field.
Well, to your point, and then this is on 2 of the other cornerbacks there, and you just mentioned Diggs. One, did Diggs come in this season and intentionally say, I want to be more physical? And then with Stephon Gilmore, is that the smartest player you've ever seen on the field?
Well, he's just we knew, when we made the trade for him, what he brought to the table. He's a former NFL Defensive Player of the Year, known for getting the ball as well, and certainly knows the game. He's not only, as I mentioned at the start of the season, both him and Cooks not only bring their game to the field, but what they bring with leadership off the field and what they bring, every day in practice may be as big as what they're bringing on the field. But no, I give Dan a lot of credit there too. He critiques these guys, what they can be better at from the year before. I know certainly it's great to see Diggs out there responding, after getting a big old contract and then making the plays he did. Certainly makes you feel good about that. But, I just think, that's the way we've seen us practice. We were looking forward to seeing it. As we know, we didn't see a lot of these guys in the preseason, the veteran guys, and it was great to see them go out there and perform at a high level.
Is there ever that worry, even with the veterans who you've seen do it year after year after year, how they'll come out in that first game, seeing as how they don't usually see time in the preseason?
Well, it is. I mean, it's a little bit of the unknown, but at the same time, I also understand, everybody has different ways of doing it. Mike's a big believer in protecting the vets and getting the work done in practice. As you can see, both sides had their challenges practicing against each other every day in practice. I know I even saw where Dak was quoted as one of the things he was looking forward to the most was going against the defense without Mike on it. And certainly Michael's disrupted our offense throughout. And, you guys who were out at training camp saw it, just how disruptive he can be for a practice. But I think it made the offense better. And, that was tough conditions last night, for both offenses. The ball was wet. I think saw some drops, saw some things that we can definitely clean up. But, that was certainly tough conditions out there.
Steven, my son asked me this question, and I'll just pass it on to you. He's 15 years old. He's really excited about the Cowboys last night, and he said, Dad, are we really this good? So I'd like to ask Steven Jones, are the Cowboys really this good?
Well, you've got to tell, a lot of things went our way last night. And it's not that I don't want to take away from any of our guys because they made a lot of those good things happen for us. But, that's just one game. Certainly our guys came out and were prepared. Hats off to the coaching staff. Hats off to the players. I think when we walked in to see Mike before the game, he was saying, this one's overcooked. We've gotten prepared, and it's time to play. So, we've got a lot of work to do this year. As you know, you can look in the game and see a lot of places where we can be better. I mean, the first drive, they were having some success running the ball against us. We certainly tightened that up and played well the rest of the game. As I mentioned, had some drops there that can certainly be better with. So, we've got to continue to improve, and it was a great start, but we know we got a lot of work to do.
Now, one of the other things that everybody was highly anticipating, looking forward to, was this new Texas Coast offense and trying to see what it was all about. Do you think you kind of got to see the full view of that, or because the lead was so big, you kind of had to tuck some of it away and say, we'll save it for another day?
Well, there's some more wrinkles for sure, and things that I know, Coach McCarthy and Coach Shoddy are going to build off of in terms of setting other things up in the future. So I think that was a taste of it, but I do think there'll be a lot more wrinkles as we move forward. The biggest thing of all, that we're going to stress, that Coach McCarthy is going to stress, along with Coach Quinn and Coach Shoddy and Bones, is, one, get the turnovers, and two, protect the ball. And last night we did a good job of both. And, like I said, tough conditions. It would have been easy to have a turnover or two in that rain. And certainly we got our share of them, but our guys did a good job of protecting the ball as well.
Since you are on the rules committee and salary cap can be carried over, could you introduce a rule where we can carry over some of this 40-point margin of victory to future weeks?
It's funny you say that. We actually said that. We're wanting to save some of those plays, especially as we went into the fourth quarter. Let's save some of this for the future. But no, it was a great night. Anytime you can get a big divisional win on the road like that against the Giants, it's a great start to the season. But I know our players know this. I know our coaches know this. I know we as an organization know this. We got a lot of work to do.
Now, a more serious rules committee question for you. I was curious, we didn't get a chance to talk about this in the offseason. More restriction of hitting with the helmet. Can you walk us kind of through that talk as it went along in the offseason and how that rule might have kind of been expanded a little bit?
Well, I just think the bigger thing is we all know if you can keep the head out of the game, it's better. there's some inherent things that happen when you have inline play with the defensive and offensive linemen that are just part of the game. But it doesn't mean that you can't continue to coach, and coach plays out of games that that you can look at. And I know our coaches lead the way and wanting to keep our players safe. So we're always going to look at that, but at the same time, we know we play a game that's physical, and you're going to have, it's impossible to avoid not having, the helmet involved. As I said, inline play, things of that nature. It's going to be part of it. But our goal is always to make the game safer, but also have a great game.
Steven, I was kind of curious. When did you think that Wanye Thomas and Marquise Bell would be contributing this way, like with this many big plays for this team? Was it fully realized last night, or was there some other time when you were like, I think these guys can be a part?
Well, Bell was making a lot of things interesting for us last year. He just didn't get the opportunities with Dono and Curse and Hooker, and just never got his chances. Wanye, I must say, but obviously he's come on. We had thoughts about moving him to linebacker in the off season, but didn't do it. Ended up needing to because of injury to Overshone, and certainly he played well. But and then on the Wanye side of things, he just took another big step here. Once we put on the pads in training camp, from day one in the preseason games, that's what those games we believe are for, to get these young guys opportunities to show. And every time Wanye stepped out on the field, he was making plays. And certainly he carried that right on into the regular season when we moved Bell down. It gave Wanye the opportunity at safety, and we're a better team for it.
I'm curious your take on the play of Chuma Edoga last night and your thoughts about Tyler Smith's availability going forward.
Yeah, I think Chuma's a veteran guy who's played the game, and that's what we liked about him. His only knock when we did sign him was injuries. Of course, he's had some of that here with us in camp, but he was able to really step up for us last night. And, we're getting ready to walk in here and, get some grades on these guys and, see exactly how they played. But my feel for it was overall the offensive line did a great job. And certainly I know Tyler was wanting to be in there, but he'll continue to work to get ready. As we all know with soft tissue, same thing going on with Dono and his calf is you don't want to rush those back. Because
take your time.
If they re-injure those, then you're starting over again. So we think we got the best in the business in Britt Brown and Jim Maurer in terms of rehabbing these guys, and they're aggressive, but at the same time, they want to get them back to where they stay out on the field. So we'll definitely be monitoring those two situations. But overall, we thought Chuma did a good job, and it'll be interesting. Some of the guys got in to play the fourth quarter. It'll be interesting to see how they played as well.
And whether it's Chuma or Bass or whoever else, if the offensive line can play well, does that give the team and give Tyler maybe a little bit more time to properly heal that injury and not try to rush back?
Absolutely. I mean, that's why you have these guys, and you feel comfortable that you can go out, play a game and protect Dak and, have the offense function at a high level. Then certainly that gives you the time, just like Bland playing the way he is at nickel is certainly letting us, work with Jordan Lewis in terms of his injury. So when you have that type of depth, it's certainly helpful. Same thing at the safety situation with Bell and Wanye, giving Dono that chance, do what he needs to do to be 100%. All those things are big pluses when you have competitive depth on your football team.
Stephen, at the bar I was at last night watching the game, when Brandon Aubrey missed the first extra point, there were a lot of like, oh my gosh, oh no, like situations. But then I told everybody, I was like, he's not going to miss another one for the rest of the year. So far, I'm looking pretty good. But I
love it.
Were you feeling like, oh no, or what were you feeling when you saw that first missed extra point?
Well, if you're real honest, everybody probably said, oh no. But it's like you said, he's a rookie. It's his first kick. And, when he stepped right back up and made the field goal, the next kick, then I think everybody said, hey, he's going to be just fine. He's got great mechanics. We really think a lot of this guy. And I do think he's wired the right way in terms of his nervous system, and I think he's going to be a really good kicker for us this year.
Now, the last thing I was curious about has nothing to do with the game last night. You've been around football your entire life. Do you ever remember an NFL game called the Playoff Bowl?
No doubt, no doubt. Everybody, man, that's 105.3 The Fan. Appreciate them for all that they do. That was Stephen Jones, man, speaking his mind about the game and giving us a recap. If you want to listen to that full interview, be sure to check out 105.3 The Fan. I just posted in the chat area there. And shout out to Stephen Jones, man. I don't know if you can call him Baby Nuts now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys can call him that. By the way, because he changed up a lot of things and he flipped things around as far as the offseason moves. And the offseason itself was a unique one. And now we're heading into the real season. Keep this in mind. I know it was wet and rainy. I know that the field conditionings were not 100%. But by far, facing a defensive front similar to the Giants, you may see some of it next week, and you may see a bits of it with the Eagles and pieces of it with the Washington team, but that's about it. The Giants, one can argue that they got one of the best front fours out there, you know, and you're not going to see many Dexter Lawrences. You're not going to see many Leos. You're not going to see many Kevon Thibodeau, right? And we handled and took care of business with Ojulari and all of those boys and Okra, you know how you say that man's name, as far as their linebackers. So what can't happen is they gave them all of that praise up front, and then they walked up to us and we punched them right in. We told them, hey, man, y'all talking all that smack. Want you lean forward? And we slap them, knock the teeth out, you know what I'm saying, leave them with the raggedy tooth. And now all of a sudden, hey, man, we didn't have nobody. No. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. We were missing guys on our front five. We missed Tyler Smith, right? We had a guy that was battling an ankle situation with Tyron. I don't think Kayvon Thibodeau even got close to Dak Prescott. I don't even think that defensive front even sacked Dak Prescott one time. So I want you guys to understand those things, ladies and gentlemen, you know. And of course, yes, like he mentioned, we were without some of our weapons, right? There was no Donovan Wilson. And shout out to what Bell was able to do. Stood tall into the mix. And Wanye Thomas, you know. So those are things. Yeah, no sack. Shout out to TJ Recruiter. None. Didn't even pinch him, you know what I'm saying? Perfect, you know. It was literally, you know, at the end of I need to go get a flawless, you know, sound. You know what I'm saying? Because I only got this one.
Fatality.
It was fatality, man. It was literally that. So don't allow the people, the 4-ladder, the 3-ladder network, take this joy away from you. Yeah, there was a few QB hits, and that was granted, you know. Also, within the mindset and the confines of this particular quarterback situation, it was wet. It was wet out there, man. I heard some people, hey, man, he didn't really give us anything. We wanted 200-300 yards. Bull sugar. You can't say that you want complimentary football, and then when they start complimenting each other, now you're mad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Flawless win. Shout out to you, C. Nick. Bell is a beast. Yes, indeed. So Schoon can block. Yeah. So also, I got a little pushback. I talked about Schultz and I talked about Noah Brown, right? And I forgot that there are people that still love Schultz and Noah Brown. Some people saying, hey, man, we should trade to get Schultz back. Where? You know, he's not going to give you $11 to $12 million production over here. So let Jake Ferguson go through his growing pains. He's a second-year player. Promise you, when we start looking at the upside of everything, Luke Schoonmaker may be foreseeable your number one tight end down the line, but he's still learning everything and picking up everything. And as far as Noah Brown, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna go back and forth with y'all on that. You know what I'm saying? So It is what it is. The Niners, is my guy Chris Smith, says the Niners winning a game 30-7 supposedly be more impressive than the Dallas winning to 40-0. Media people can't do math. Yeah. Now, granted, if I had to go toe-to-toe, the Steelers versus the Giants were a playoff winning team, right? The Giants had a better roster according to everybody. And according to most, they supposed to have the better quarterback, right? That's what they said. Hey, this dude, last I checked, let me go pull up again. He threw a 8.4 QBR. Did they talk about that on all of these shows?
The Giants are going to win this game. They're going to come out, they're going to be 1-0, and they're going to shock the world because nobody wants to give Daniel Jones any respect. The only man only had 15 touchdowns. They sweep those 700 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns right under the carpet. Like it never happened. Fucking one RPO, Darren Waller wide open, Jalen Hyde stretches the field.
Yeah. I just played this.
All that pre-snap.
Play this on repeat.
The Giants' offensive line's improved with JMS at center. I'm telling you right now. Nobody wants to give Daniel Jones any respect. He's going to get it after week 1 because the Giants are winning that damn football game. Let's go.
8.4 QBR. That's how y'all was. Look at the old boy on the ground again.
Fatality.
Sacrifice.
Yeah, that laugh right there, man. Oh, my goodness, man. If you ain't laughing about that, come on, man. Hey, yo, man, that's what we needed right there, man. That's what we needed, right? We needed all of that good stuff, man, because a lot of people may be looking at this like, nah, Law, here we go, man. But can we win the playoff? Dude, we going to enjoy this. You know what I'm saying? We going to enjoy this all the way. That's what we going to do. We going to enjoy these wins, Yes, indeed. Let Schoonmaker start more. Yeah, he gonna get adjusted to it, And we don't want to put people out there for to put people out there's sake. You know what I'm saying? We want to put people in the mix that could do something for us down the line, and you don't want to shatter that confidence, right? You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that at all. But let's go with it.
To make a statement. You see, there's Trayvon's son, and a statement was made, 40-0. Hey, Cowboys defenders, what was that statement last night?
That's for y'all to write. The only thing we do is go out there and play the game. So if y'all feel like the statement was made, go ahead and put that mug on, the front page, big letters, bold letters.
I think we're making a statement, which I've been trying to make. We're the best defense in the National Football League.
Rex.
That was my guy Parsons. He says, shoot, the statement is already there. We the best defensive team in the National Football League. I'm not worried about what the 49ers did to the Steelers. Shout out to them. Fred Warner, dog, right? Talano, dog. Drake Jackson, hey, he had a good showcasing. Bosa, dog. But we played against a more formidable team. Kenneth Pickett. His hand's tiny. Kenny Pickett, how tall he is, he got Deuce Vaughn's hands. You know what I'm saying? He got small hands. He couldn't even get the ball out to the guys because of his hands, right? And they had perfect weather over there, I believe. It wasn't raining. It wasn't wet. It wasn't crazy like it was where we played, So you can't look at it, everything at the same. And I really want them. I want to see those boys week 5. But we enjoying this win for right now, ladies and gentlemen. 14-3. Yeah, Ferguson dropped a touchdown pass too. Yeah, he did. It was wet. Get it wet. That's how wet. It was wet out there, man. Y'all think it was dry balls. It was no dry balls out there at all.
What statement did the Cowboys defense make last night?
We're the best defense in the National Football League.
There we go.
It's hard to argue that they aren't. We'll see a good one tonight. But I'm just telling you, when you've had, since Dan Quinn's taken over, all right, they've had 70 takeaways in 35 games. That's what you see with this football
Listen.
team. You see Diggs, they're up 40-0. It's easy to sit back and make time. No. We're going to go get another one out. They want to be special. They want to be the defense that carries their team. Now, look, you'll never be considered the best until you win it all. Yeah. That's what they're aiming for.
All right, so although we're aiming to be the best, and we should do that. We should fight to be the best, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to say this too. They dismiss our wins because when other teams do it, it's cool. It's a problem when we do it. When we beat the brakes off the Colts last season, right? And another team that went to the Super Bowl played that same team struggled against the Colts, right? Barely came out alive. It was still talked about, hey, the interception. Hey, can the team do this? Can the team do that? When we beat the brakes, we beat the literally brakes off of the Vikings, 40-3. People still were saying, hey, man, that guy, he's better than Dak Prescott. That Kirk Cousins, they the same. You know what I'm saying? They dismiss that. You know what I'm saying? They take it as if, though, we are some chumps over here, man. They take it as if we don't know what we talking about over here because we lost to the 49ers in that playoff game. When it doesn't matter how much I tell y'all, coming off of a short week, being not prepared, even the offensive coordinator in that short week, already a short week, interviewing for a job that he got, you know what I'm saying, for the Chargers. And we supposed to be able to beat the number one defense with a Noah Brown and a T.Y. Hilton. But those all sound like excuses. I get it. But, man, this is a victory that we should all enjoy because now we can remove all of that foolishness. When we down there in the end zone, red zone, we running that thing. And if it's a throws to the outside, we're not going to squeeze down in there. Dre Mack says, he said, Philly damn near almost lost. Yeah, you ain't lying. You know, so we got this, Cowboy Nation. Just understand that those haters going to be the haters. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Let's go with it. All right. This is the more of what they have to say. Because I'm going to make sure we're going to buzz them all across the head with this. Come on. Let's listen.
And say we have an opportunity to be the absolute best in the league, but then you have to go prove it, and you're in prime time. The New York Giants are supposed to be this revamped offense. Let's go make a statement. Sure. And they came out to make a statement from the first play until the last, and it was so impressive.
Yeah, and RC, this doesn't just happen on the game field.
No.
It happens on the practice field. You don't get the turnovers, force the turnovers like this unless you are practicing it. Oh. And it's every single day. That's what shows up.
I'm just thankful that I didn't take the Giants to win the game. But I did.
No, you didn't.
Dan Orlowski.
Points away.
I think the two things, after watching the game, there were flaws in this defense last year. There are no flaws, at least personality or personnel-wise, in this defense. Last year, you felt you could run the football and throw away from Trayvon. The addition of Stephon Gilmore, in many ways, it's solidified this defense. When I first got into the NFL, we used to play against defenses like Tampa, Rexes, the Chicago Bears, and the word that used to always walk away from the game was
appreciate your bread, boy, for the super chat.
Suffocating. Everything happened so much faster than it looks like.
Appreciate your black line for the super chat.
Watching the game, it felt like everything happened so much faster for the Giants offense than the
appreciate you, Sadiq, for the super chat.
To me. Unless I was watching a different tape than you.
Appreciate you for the super chat.
Charles, $20. Law, these folks in here need to get these victory likes up. 644 in here and only 172 likes.
Y'all get those likes up. Let's go.
Shame. Shame.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the walls are closing in on you.
Let's go.
Hey, Archie, they had a backup quarterback on the field. It looked like they had 12 guys on the field. Who the hell is 14? I don't know.
Exactly.
Backup
He's
quarterback.
hell.
He can play too.
Hey.
Like, it's crazy.
As an aside, letting all these guys wear whatever number they want, it's so confusing as a fan. The whole day I spent going, why is number 8 playing it? But either, let's go back. So many of these great defenses, and you know them all. And
it's funny because he is and putting them over. You don't switch it. Yeah. They never switch. They stay on him. The D is like,
underneath.
Like, thanks. I hope he's giving him some cash for that because that was a joke.
And Dan knows this too. When you see players at practice, you get to watch them do things that make the game look simple. Right, and so I got to watch Micah Parsons practice, and watching
Listen
practice,
up.
you knew the other 52 guys on the team, they know he's the best player too.
Yeah.
When they look at him, they know he's the alpha dog in the locker room. And when he works harder than everybody else, it just raises the level of the rest of the team. And I believe they're following his lead into
Listen up to that part right here.
And also sense of urgency.
I want to ask you a question as a quarterback, because the Cowboys, I mean, it's one huge performance. I forget who they play next week. Oh, the Jets. So let me ask you this.
Did you have to look at it for real?
No, I did not. If you're game planning, and obviously the Jets have a game to worry about tonight, but if you're game planning against the Cowboy defense right now, what are you doing? You got to go in thinking, well, where's 11? First of all, right?
Every single play.
Where's their weakness?
You got to find out where 11 is at. The craziest thing about Dan Quinn, he be in his bag. He'll move 11. He'll shoot him through A gap. He'll shoot him through the B gap. He will put 11 on the opposite side of the field. And we've seen plays, man. I don't have the access for the all 22. But we've seen plays with Osa, whereas my guy, Osa would get home because of Parsons making the necessary sacrifice over here. Where Uncle Charles at? Come on, Uncle Charles. He'll make the sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
And Osa get the sack. We left sacks on the field. My guy, Sam Williams, he had a sack, but he was offside. Chauncey had an additional sack. We're going to be going, look, we're going to be like, I got 5 on it. You know what I'm saying? hey, they're going to be like, let's go half on a sack. They're going to be going half on the sack. Like, dog, man, hey, let's go half on this, dog. Let's go half on this sack. I promise you, boy, it was a meeting at the quarterback. And the person that a lot of people fail to really acknowledge, there's a true bona fide leader on this team, is number 1. J-Ron Curse, man. Hey, that J-Ron Curse, he's a bona fide leader on this team. They gravitate to him. And it's another person that's a leader on this team. Law. Oh, my goodness, man. D-Law is a leader on this team, bro. He is one of those guys that you got to pay attention to, man. He is one of those guys that when he see Parsons doing his thing, he like, dang, the young buck still doing his thing. Let me show y'all what I can do. You know what I'm saying? So he's a bona fide leader on this team, man. I do like that. I do like that because it's such a contagious thing, man. It is. Where my guy? And let me play this audio, man, from J-Rock. Don't y'all feel that?
We about that life. Let's go be great.
Let's go be great.
1, 2, 3.
Man, look how they walk off in that thing. Look how they walk off. Look how they walk off. Look at that one jersey. That one jersey, boy. For a second, I thought that one jersey would never look good in the Cowboy uniform. Look at that one jersey right there. And look at that 2-1. 2-1 right beside him, man. Shoot, everybody that he talked to in that clip made a play. Everybody that he talked to in that clip made a play. From 19 to 1 to 21, everybody, man, you see 30 on the other side. All of those boys made plays. You know what I'm saying? We're going to pop off on all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? We coming into their field. Oh, it's now our field. We cleaning house over here. shoe program, you know? Pelican Bay. All of those boys made some great plays. 14 made a play. He was in that mix. Yes, indeed. Oh, 7 was on the other side. The silent assassin. He ain't gonna really lead no rah-rah speech. But them the ones you gotta watch out for. Them the ones you gotta watch out for.
We about that life.
You saw how he came down the field. It was 26 on 26 crime. I think Bland looked better than the other 26 for the Giants. Oh, yes, he did. Exposed them. Yes, indeed. Shout out to Wanye, man. God, dog, boy, he was balling. He was flat out balling. Oh, he was balling, man. Hey, it is what it is with that.
They ran the ball very efficient. They did what they needed to do. This is why Kellen Moore is with the Chargers and Mike McCarthy's calling plays. Right?
I've been saying this all offseason. Keyshawn Johnson, he was out there in Oxnard too, watching all of the practices. And I was just sitting there in my scene, you know what I'm saying, watching the practice. And he brought home a great point on the show. Complimentary football. He talked about a couple of weeks ago that we're going to do things that's in line with what we need to do to win the game. For those who looking at their fantasy scores and stuff like that, this ain't the team to play around with that on that. Because one day our defense going to pop off. Another day, man, our special team unit going to pop off. In every single category with our coaching staff, they won. They won. I kid you not. Appreciate you for the super chat. We got a super chat. Got a dub, man. Love Law Nation and the Cowboys. Appreciate you so much, man. Appreciate you. Yes, indeed. Every single category. Law, what category didn't perform? Bone Fossil, phenomenal. Dan Quinn, phenomenal. Coach Mike McCarthy, you know what I'm saying? And Schottenheimer joining together as teams, correcting their issues and fixing their flaws, phenomenal. The equipment team, that's one thing that I need for y'all to reach out to, the equipment team. There was so much water that they had to change out jerseys. They had to change out spikes and cleats and stuff like that. Come on.
Deidre Miller, $20. Love Law Nation and the Cowboys.
Yes, indeed. The tight end room, phenomenal. They may not count a lot of stuff, but nobody can squeeze down and say, hey, they wasn't blocking for down. Shoot, them boys were blocking in the rain. I think the Giants prayed for rain, but they forgot. When you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud.
When you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud, too.
Yeah, you got to deal with it. It was only one hater on this show this morning. His name is Richard Sherman.
Okay? Now when you talk about the quarterback, because that's the conversation, right? We're paying him $150 million to do this. But you got to look at the game plan. And you got to look at his ability. He looked very calm in the pocket, no herky-jerky. Everything was methodical. When he was hitting his back foot, he was letting it go. Wasn't pushing the ball deep downfield. Everything was somewhat underneath.
Right.
Very easy throws for the quarterback. He had pedestrian numbers based on what people think he should have. But remember what I told y'all last week.
Say it again.
His quarterbacks are 21 or 25, 200 yards, maybe a touchdown in a dominant defense. You're going to win a lot of games that way. You don't have to throw for 500 yards.
Woo-wee! Baby, baby. What was Keyshawn? Y'all help me out. Was he on that team? Do he have a Super Bowl ring? I forgot. Do he have one? He could have been there afterwards, but he was on a team that won a Super Bowl. Was it Keyshawn Johnson? Keys got fact. I got the keys. Y'all let me know, man, because my mind, man, that was when we was way back in the day. Keys was on that team, Tampa Bay, when they won the Super Bowl. Defense was spectacular. Shout out to you, Sean B. Thank you for the cash app, $5. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Keys was on that tape. Who was the quarterback? Can somebody mention the quarterback? Jacoby says Brad Johnson. Was it Brad Johnson? Mike Allstott? Yeah. I wonder if Keys really got the keys to this information. Now, I know a lot of you guys gonna go back and forth with me, but I ain't finna do that. I'm just gonna flat out say it. Dak Prescott is head and shoulders above Brad Johnson. You know what I'm saying? He's head and shoulders above those boys. He's head and shoulders above even the Ravens quarterback, Trent Dilfer, right? So what Keys is saying, I got the answers to the test. I got the key to the building. And all we got to do is play the game this way.
I think people get caught up
Listen.
in that. So Mike McCarthy said, hey, we're going to slow this thing down.
Slow down.
My defense is kicking butt. We're up. We don't need to be throwing the ball everywhere. Let's pound it, and when we need to get the second
Pound town.
we might
Come on.
run a screen. When we go to 3rd and 1, we know we can turn around and run the football. When we're at 2nd and 1, we can take a shot. That's how you win football games. I just like what they did overall defensively. We can always talk about that. We've seen that. We know what that is. We know.
Look, hear ye. Law, I got some more truth to tell y'all. How many of people who witnessed the Super Bowls in the 90s? Can y'all put the years that we won the Super Bowl in the 90s? Just put the year down in the chat. Put the year down in the chat. Put the year down in the chat. I'm quizzing y'all right now. Come on. There you go. 92 and 93 and 95. Where was our defense in 92 ranked? Where was our defense ranked in 93? Oh, we should have won the Super Bowl in 94. But where was our defense ranked in 95? Started tilting off a little bit then. But I see some good answers in the chat. Troy wasn't asked to do everything. I'm not finna sit here and say Dak Prescott is better than Troy. I'm not finna say that. No, I'm not saying that. And I'm not implying that, by the way. Troy's my guy. But what we're asking Dak Prescott to do is become a Troy. Tony Pollard is definitely not Emmitt Smith. But what we're trying to do is, if Tony Pollard and Rico and Deuce Vaughn can be tiny versions, no pun intended to Deuce, of Emmitt, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. And when it's time and when it's necessary for 88 to catch it,
You want to talk about a playmaker? That's a playmaker. He made the play.
That's all we're looking for him to do, and that's CD Lamb. When it's time for him to make the big catch, just make it. There was moments in this game just last night, even though it was 40-0, a crucial 3rd down play across the middle. When I saw Brandon Cooks make that play,
You want to talk about a playmaker? That's a playmaker. He made the play.
when he made the play, I said, yeah, baby, let's go. Keep them chains moving. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to sometimes you're going to have to make that play. Sometimes the stat sheet don't tell the entire story. That 37 to 40-yard bomb play on the outside, Dak Prescott dropped back, and he threw the ball to Brandon Cooks.
You want to talk about a playmaker? That's a playmaker. He made the play.
We needed that.
We know they couldn't block number 11. We know that. We know he's probably going to be the defensive player of the year between him and maybe like a TJ Watt or Nick Bosa. But you can't count them DBs out either on the defensive side of the ball.
Right.
So Gilmore played phenomenal. Big time interception, phenomenal. So the Cowboys are on their way. One
Let's
game,
go.
Michael. Just one game.
Okay, let's get to quarterback. Richard, go.
Sir. I've been waiting patiently.
Yeah. Look at this. He hating. Hate.
It was the Giants. Congratulations, you guys beat the Giants and Daniel Jones's overinflated contract. He should never have gotten it. Obviously, you see what he is and you see what he's been. Congratulations, you guys got a great defensive coordinator, the best defensive coordinator in football right now.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn, he knows how to manipulate the defensive line and move them into spots to have the most success, and he's getting the most out of those defensive linemen to the tune of 7 sacks. Great job. Stephon Gilmore, good friend of mine, played incredibly well on the left side. 3 pass breakups, an interception. He's going to be a great spot for that.
The build up for this letdown. Watch you. But
offensively,
he can put the butt in there.
13 for 24, 54% passing in a blowout. Skip 143 pedestrian yards. A third of those yards came on a 49-yard pass to CeeDee Lamb. I hear what you're saying, Skip. You can run the ball. You can run the ball. You're not getting to San Francisco and running through that defense. And if you're going to have a 54% completion percentage and think, hey, we're going to complete 13 passes, we're going to beat the San Francisco 49ers, again, they're going to get a repeat of what has happened in years past. So
No, it ain't, Richard. No, it ain't. The one Super Bowl that he got a chance to win, down at the LOB. What if I told you guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone that's listening, there was a quarterback by the name of Russell Wilson, and now he's known as Sierra husband, Did you guys know that brother, go look it up, he averaged 174 yards a game? Didn't I tell y'all before, who's old enough to remember that the quarterback used to be measured over here by can he do 300 yards? Y'all remember that whole conversational piece? Like, hey, man, this quarterback don't throw 300 yards. Y'all remember that conversational piece? Oh, he dinks and dunk. And then they turned that phrase to dink and dak. You know what I'm saying? I was okay. But there was no complaints to us. As long as we win, a win is a win. But somehow, the 4-ladder, the 3-ladder network done changed it around. There's literally 2 Super Bowls that even Ben Roethlisberger won, that he averaged less than 200 yards throwing the ball. And that's 2 different quarterbacks. But when Ben became elite, they didn't win no more Super Bowls. hey, I kid you guys not. Go look it up. And when y'all go look it up, y'all be like, damn, Law's right on the money with it. Even Ben Roethlisberger, when he won his 2 Super Bowls, he wasn't averaging 300 yards. Hey, the year that everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, Tupac, and Biggie climbing out of the grave saying that we should have won the Super Bowl but they cheated us, catch, no catch, out of Dez Bryant. There was only one game that even Tony Romo threw for 300 yards that season. So what people tend to do is, hey, you got to throw 300 yards. Oh, you got to be at least quarterback completion percentage. I don't care if it's a monsoon. You got to be at 60% or 70%. Dak Prescott all-time completion percentage is way up there like at 68, 60, 69. There's only 2 quarterbacks ahead of him, Pat Mahomes and Joe Burrow, since he's been in the league. Yeah, he did catch it. It just took 3 years for the NFL to reveal it. Ain't that right, Your Majesty? Yeah. So those are the facts. So don't allow Richard Sherman to taint your mind on this victory Monday. He just throwing a little hate sauce. Come on.
Defensively, world class, all world, as they should be. They're really talented. They're well coached. They execute the scheme better than anyone. A shutout to open a season, you can't ask for better than that.
Okay.
But offensively, you can ask for a lot better than that.
How?
It's not Super Bowl caliber. So you got a Super Bowl caliber defense, and the offense is lagging way behind. And in this league, if you lag way behind, you will go home early. So
that I do agree. You will go home early. But concepts, principles, I saw literally 3 plays. I saw a slant catch by my guy, Michael Gallup. It wasn't a stop. It wasn't a hitch. It wasn't a comeback. Slant. Use your size. If we want to be able to throw it to you and you will be able to move. Didn't you guys see? Hear me out. When was the last time CeeDee Lamb was that open on a catch, whereas there was no other defender close to him? Can you guys recall the last time CeeDee Lamb was that wide open? There was a slant pass to even Brandon Cooks on a slant that he would had the next nearest defender was 5 to 6 yards off of him. I kid you guys not. Yeah. That New England touchdown, yeah, that was the last time. That was 2 years ago in 2021. We had to go all the way back then. The Cowboys, what I'm getting at is that play when CeeDee Lamb was so wide earth open was scheme, principles, and concept. And they weren't even really trying to stretch the ball down the field because they had a monsoon. It was raining, wet. They had to change out gloves, equipment, and all that type of stuff because of the rain. What I'm getting at, ladies and gentlemen, and for those who need to hear me on this, the Dallas Cowboys average yards of separation last year by their wide receivers were bottom half, dead last in the National Football League. We were ranked 31st, 32nd. Average yards of separation, tight window throws. You can't get separation if I know for sure you're going to hitch, you're going to do a stop. That means it gives me time to get right back up under you. So even by seeing that, gave me hope. I was like, shoot. Hey, man, CD wide open like that? Shoot.
you better hope that Dak and the offense catches up with that defense.
It will.
Again, division on, you know.
Yeah. I think the offense is fine, Skip.
Hold on. It was a driving rainstorm last
absolutely.
night. Okay.
Oh, Lord. Hey, man. I never thought a day and a time on this beautiful Monday I'm agreeing with Skip Bayless. God, dog, man. I can't.
Hold on to and throw the football, as we saw with the Giants, as we saw with Eagles at Patriots, as we saw in all the other games in the East, including the Joe Burrow game. We're going to get to that in just a few minutes here. But the point is, we did not need Dak to be super sharp last night, and he wasn't super sharp. I give you that. But let me start from the start. Let me start from Giants take the opening kickoff because we deferred, because we have the best defense in pro football. And I told everybody on this show, including my man to my right here, my team, your team, will go as far as the defense carries it this year, starting with 11 from heaven, starting with Micah Parsons. So what do I see with the Giants? They come out and they look like they were a little readier to play.
They were ready.
Again, I'm afraid of them because I don't have Tyler Smith at left guard. He's got a hamstring. And I'm thinking, the Giants are sick and tired of hearing that Dak's beaten them 10 straight times.
Make it 11 now.
Tired of hearing about the
Me
hard
sick and tired.
And here they come out and they go 5 yards, 8 yards, 9 yards, 5, 6, 11, and 8. And all of a sudden, it's 3rd and 2 at the 8-yard line. And what happens on this play? 3rd and 2 at the 8. Guess who? Thomas, he's their all-world left tackle. He false starts. If we could see.
You talking about Andre Thomas? Okay. Oh yeah. And that changed the game right there. Fear will change the game for you. It will. Speaking of that, boy, I love y'all. I love y'all. Come on. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving, Cowboy Nation. We're going to keep it moving. I got a Brian Baldinger film breakdown on some of this changing of the game. Let's go. Let's listen to my guy, and then we will continue from there. Hold on tight.
The only thing more relentless than the rain at MetLife Stadium was the Cowboys' defense and special teams. Wanye Thomas, number 30, makes the jump right there, and the block, and the ball's out on 4th and 20, and the Cowboys scoop and score. 58 yards, they're on the board. Well, then you get this right here. That's Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs right there. He's looking to steal one. Watch it. It's cover 2. Like, all right, go. Now he's looking to see what they're doing. Here comes Saquon out of the backfield. Bam! And Deron Bland, who had 5 interceptions last year, is in the end zone. The Cowboys even need an offense when they play like this. How about right here? Stephon Gilmore is on Waller because he's so strong. But here comes Micah beating the center, the rookie center, and the chase is on. This isn't going to be good. This isn't Patrick Mahomes on the run. This is Danny Dimes on the run. It's not good when you make these kind of throws. Like, that's what Micah makes you do, and there's Happy Gilmore. All right? It was just a relentless effort. How about Gilmore on one side and Trayvon Diggs on the other side? Like, nobody has more takeaways in the last 2 years in the NFL.
Get over here.
And Mukuamu's on that one right there. Like, how about Marquise Bell?
You should just said Izzy.
Team in tackles. The only thing more.
Hey, Izzy last name messed him up, didn't he? He messed me up too, so I just call him Izzy, man. You know. And shout out to Noah too for the block kick or whatever scoop and score block kick by Wanye, by the way. And shout out to Brian Baldinger for that film analysis, man. They call him Happy Gilmore, talking about Stephon Gilmore, which we can all say, yeah, man, that dude gonna be troublesome for us, man, for the opposing teams, and good for us in a good way, and troublesome in a good way, I meant to say. So, shoot. Aval says the Giants are sorry. Now they are. Before the game, they were going to be juggernauts. After the game, they sorry. You know how that goes, y'all. That's just how this thing all works its way out. Let's listen to more of this.
Look, it was a dominant effort by this Cowboys defense. Nobody has more takeaways in the last 2 years than the Dallas Cowboys. But now Stephon Gilmore plays for him, and he can line up on anybody. Here he is on Darren Waller. You watch him on Waller, he can cover big tight ends. All right, now he's got his eyes back on Daniel Jones, who's being chased by the hungry lion. And now he circles back, he plasters him, and then he breaks on the ball. Now, it helps that Micah Parsons is chasing Danny Dimes. Like, it's a full speed. I don't know what Danny Dimes is thinking about on that. This is not Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball. But he sees it, and he takes it away. But it's more than the interceptions. You watch how he reads routes. Sterling Shepard right here. Watch how he reads the route and how locked in he is. Always in phase.
280p, not 380.
He's going to force him to the middle of the field. But as soon as he cuts, he undercuts him. Like, he reads the route before the receiver does. Isaiah Hodgins right here. Here it is.
Ain't no way Anthony Brown do this.
Hodgins wants a slow play coming off the line of scrimmage. Watch him put that back foot in the ground, and they'll come back and break on the ball.
Yeah.
Like, he just is so smart. Like, he knows exactly what you're going to do, sometimes before you know what you're going to do. Cowboys are so much better with Gilmore at corner. Look, it was
that dude, man. We got Jim over there, man. Shout out to my guy, Brian Baldinger, for breaking that down, ladies and gentlemen. All I can say is, it distorted a little bit. You ain't going to get no good visuals out of it. Hopefully, when my person come through with the all 22, since they got a block on that, you know what I'm saying? I give you guys some analysis from my point of view. He's filming the TV in Zoom. Leave him alone, man. Yes, indeed. When does the all 22 come out? BD Gray. I mean, we got hoarders, man. You know, some people get it early and they don't share it, and some people don't, you know what I'm saying? So normally it's supposed to be out by tomorrow, but it is what it is, you know. I would say this. When it do come out, be sure to stay tuned to those who got it and watch it and watch their assessments and their analysis of it, and just check around for it. But here's my thing on it. You know, here's my thoughts on it. This team, regardless of what angle we look at it, we can see on the defensive side they're very explosive. We can see that we got guys that get hands inside. We can see that the defensive front from Sam Williams, Dorrance Armstrong, Fowler. I mean, it gets come in waves, man, and then Law and then Parsons. They're going to bring the heat every single week, and they're going to use hand disengagement. They're going to get upfield. It's relentless type of an approach, and those boys are really, really on it. We got Peach, what's good with you? Says, I hate to say it, but Schultz make the catches, tight end drops. We got to see this small sample size. Remember Costco's, you know what I'm saying? Costco's. I'm not finna sit back and say we should have paid Dalton Schultz $14 to $15 million. That's what he was looking for. He was on the open market. He decided to say, okay, let me just go ahead and take this money from the Texans. But I don't see $14 to $15 million worth. Now, granted, in that particular game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, kudos and credence to Dalton Schultz. He performed pretty well. But I just don't see him getting paid Travis Kelce-ish type of money, Mark Andrews type of money. Now, granted, we will see what the Texans and what he do over there for that particular organization franchise. But we can't judge what these guys did in the rain from when we never seen Dalton Schultz play in the rain. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not finna do that. I'm not. But when he was here, he was phenomenal, you know, in 2021. For us, and he was phenomenal in that last playoff game against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Echo says, Law, I'll take back what I said. I'm picking the Cowboys now to pick the East. Also, did you see the other super chat? Appreciate you. All right, let me see if I can get all those super chats together, man, and get things going. But that's just what it is, man. And, you know, He had 14 yards. Schultz is trash. Dak made him look good. Is from JR. I feel you, man. I'm not finna call that man trash. He still blocked me. He blocked me, then he unblocked me. Now he probably got me back blocked now. You know, let me double check. Let me double check on Schultz, man. He probably got me back blocked now. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, you talk about me? Let me see. Dalton Schultz. There you go. Did he unblock me? Or he blocked me back? Hey, man, I'm still blocked. So he's still the best blocking tight end in the National Football League, by the way. You know, shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. So he blocked me, unblocked me, now he blocked me back. So you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Dalton Schultz, man. You know, shout out to him. That doggone Schultz, man. Yeah, he's the best blocking tight end in the National Football League. For real, man. You know. Yes, indeed. Let me see if I can get all of those super chats. I got to pull up another screen to see if I can go back to see those super chats, man. But while I'm doing that, let me see if I can multitask. Let me see if we can multitask. Thank everybody for tuning in. Yeah.
Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for line. Keep it super thorough my way on
Come on.
this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for
Come on, call that line 657-390.
Keep it super thorough my way.
You are the only participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
657-390-7391 is the hotline for your mind. Jump on in. I got 662. You're live on the Nation.
Loud Nation. What's up, man? What's up?
Oh, man, all is well. I can't complain. Chief, holler at me, man. What's on your heart?
Great victory, man. Great victory, right? I ain't got too much to point out of from last night's game. I think it was an 8+ game on both ends.
Right.
But, I hear people talk about the tight end, Ferguson, and Peyton Hendershot. Both of them had drops in the game. I feel like we just need a cool down. Let's wait till next week. A clear game in the stadium. Let's see how they do. I don't feel like we should panic on the tight end just yet. Ferguson, he should have caught the ball then then start running, but he didn't. But let's see what they do next game. If not, that's why we drafted a rookie, Luke.
Yeah. You ain't lying.
If they don't get it done this week, they're gonna start you.
Yellow. What you say?
After the yesterday game, I think us and the Niners are clearly the best teams in the NFC right now, man.
Yeah, man. The Niners are up there, and of course, they look good against the Steelers yesterday or what have you. And hopefully, man, when we look back at this, we'll say, all right, cool. They look good against Steelers, but man, we looking good against now the Jets. That will remove all doubts because. And now here's the thing: the Jets got to play tonight. They got to play tonight, and the Bills ain't no slouch. So we'll see if the Jets really about that life too. Just because they got Aaron Rodgers doesn't mean that all of a sudden they gonna be this powerhouse team. We'll see.
We're gonna see because people talk about the offensive line is not that good. The Jets.
Yeah.
If their offensive line don't hold up tonight against Buffalo, they not gonna hold up against us. So
we're
gonna see. We gonna see what it's all about. And like I said, you got the analysts on TV. I listen to Shannon Sharp and them. They talking. How about it's just the Giants? It's just the Giants. Okay. We need to go out next week, make a statement against the Jets. Maybe they'll hear us. Maybe they'll take us serious then.
Well, you already know they got the pre-built excuse in. Man, they don't got no offensive line. That's the pre-built excuse already, but we gonna remove that too. You know what I'm saying? Because they get paid money. I think that they got they got opportunity. They had opportunities to draft offensive linemen, so that's not our problem. You know what I'm saying? That's theirs. So we gonna take care of business when we see the Jets.
Yep, and we'll go from there. And you also look at the schedule, man. I think if we can beat the Jets next week, I think we can be 5-0 going to that Niners game on October 5th, I believe. So. Man. Which is going to be a big test. But that's all I wanted, Law, man. You have a good day, man.
No doubt, bro. Appreciate you, man, for calling in. That's my guy from the 662, that Mississippi number, man. I got Zach Luna, man. You in the house, man, from the 408, man. Victory Monday. How you feeling, bro?
Yo, I woke up this morning and I looked at the clock and I got 4 hours of sleep, but I didn't feel like it. I just woke up and I was dreaming all about Dak Prescott's beautiful face as he's slamping all over the Giants. I saw Trayvon Diggs fumbling the football out of Saquon Barkley's hands. I see our new pickup Noah taking that ball over the end zone, and I wake up and I'm like, no, it wasn't a dream. I watched my boys just slam all over the Giants last night. That's fantastic.
Oh yeah, it wasn't a dream at all, Zach. Man, you was in the real world, man, and we took care of business.
It was all real.
All real, man. So yes, indeed,
bro,
man. That's what I like.
Good, man. How did you feel watching that game? And based on what you've seen on the Cowboys in the recent years, how good are you feeling about this team, man?
Oh man, I think that now is just like what Dion said. You stack good days on top of each other. So the Cowboys should do just that, continue to stack good days upon each other. And then when the day that you got to play the people, right, play the Jets, then you repeat what you did on those good days that you stack. So I think that the Cowboys will do just that, not too high, not too low, and they going to take care of business because they all got that common goal, seize everything.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Seize everything. And nobody knows the hard work that they really. I mean, every single football team puts in work, but I really feel like a lot of these boys, they put in so much work in these off season. Like with the videos that you see, like Jalen Tolbert was getting out there grinding. All of these little daily deposits stack up, and that's kind of like what I try to live my daily life philosophy by. Is when you put in little daily deposits, it stacks up into big wins. So I'm super proud of them. One thing I want to note on all of this was Mike McCarthy's efficient play calling. I mean, there's no way in hell that you could say that Kellen Moore was a better play caller than Mike McCarthy because he was the best play caller Mike McCarthy was the best play caller that stepped in as soon as he stepped in there. But no disrespect to Kellen Moore either.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's no way you're going to say that Mike McCarthy isn't a better play caller than Kellen because he's just so much more experienced. You saw that when we run the ball efficiently, you're playing complementary styles of play with the defense taking care of business. Dak didn't need to go out there and throw 400 yards.
He didn't.
You know, so it worked out perfectly, and I'm super impressed by it. And I think when we go next week to the Jets, I think we're going to take care of business too. This is looking like one of the best teams I've ever seen in years.
No doubt, Zach, man. I appreciate you for calling in, fam.
All right, brother. Take care.
Yes, indeed, man. That's my guy, man. Zach, always delivering some good information for the nation. I got Mark that drive trucks, man. You're live on the nation, man. Holla at me. Let's go.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? You got your own drop. Yes, indeed.
You know it. You know it. Hey, I'm not going to keep you, man. Victory Monday, Cowboys out. Enjoy it. I don't want to say a couple of things. First, the Giants are who I thought they were.
They are.
They are who I thought they were. And we didn't know them off the hook. Now, everybody else is in the crown their ass. Go ahead. You wanted to crown their ass. But we didn't know them off the hook. They are who I thought they were.
They are.
All right? Number two. We know all these videos. We've seen all these videos with Michael Parsons training in the offseason.
Yeah.
He out there training with boxers. And he out here training with offensive linemen.
Yeah.
I want to know who Trayvon Diggs was training with.
His brother.
Was he training with Steve Atwater or with Ronnie Lott?
Oh, you talking about far hitting? No, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Trayvon's out there laying lumber like a lumberjack. He out there laying the wood on that people. Who was that boy training with? Good, googly movie. He lighting people up out there. Oh my Lord. Okay, you can go there too. That's all right with me. That's all right with me. That's all. That's the way you
Hey,
do
come down and field, man. Make those plays, man, and
man,
get this thing going.
You can do that all night long. All night long. I love it. I love what you said, Law, about schemes. People.
Yeah.
You ain't never seen the Cowboys wide receiver that wide open as CD Lamb was. And again, the offense ain't have got started. I love that Dak gets the win, even if people ain't going to give him the credit because they don't give him the credit anyway.
Yes,
Dak
indeed,
needs
man.
to focus on winning the game. He's got a coach that's going to help him focus on winning. Dak ain't got to throw it 30 times. He ain't got these tight window throws that he got to make. He can turn around and hand it off. He can do what he can focus on winning the game. He can see a bigger picture. It ain't checkers, it's chess.
Let's go, man. Appreciate you, Mark, man. Let's go, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That boy Kronk, man, he about that life over there. That's my guy, Mark, man. And, you know, not Holmes, but he's Mark that drive trucks. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed.
We about that life.
Yes, indeed, man. I got Cowboys Dwayne, man, from the 817. You're live on the nation, man. Holla at me.
Hey, appreciate you taking my call.
Anytime, bro.
When I see it out on the Texas and stuff, it's like people talking about the tight ends. I'm like, whether it's wet and whether it's cold, it is difficult to catch a ball.
Yeah.
Regardless of the situation. Now, if it was dry, it's a totally different thing.
Yeah,
But it's hard to catch a leather football that is wet.
Yeah.
With gloves or without gloves, it's still going to be slippery.
Yeah.
But I like the way McCartney game plan.
He did.
He plays on the strength of that. So, it's your defense is holding them. Why take the chance of throwing it downfield and getting an interception or an incomplete pass?
Right.
It does make no sense. And Richard Sherman doesn't understand that because you have to play what the defense gives you.
Right.
If the defense going to give you something in the middle, take it in the middle.
Right.
It's no use of throwing it downfield because why? In a monsoon?
Right.
It's too many variables. One, the receiver can lose it in the rain. The wind can drift the ball a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, or it can sail it over your head, or it can hit to the feet. So you have to take what the defense gives you, and plus our running game. And Dak was clean all night. I don't think Dak even had to take a shower last night because he didn't get that red off.
Yes, indeed, man. He was pretty clean. They hit him after a few plays, but he managed to get back up. One play, I was like, hey, what is that? You can't take that hit there. But, overall, man, it was a real clean game. The offense could have been better, yes. Could the defense tone it down a little bit. No, I wanted it to be just what it was, and that's what you get out of this particular team.
Yeah, that's true. I don't need Dak to play superhero. Dak got a supporting cast around him. Let them, feed with them, work with them. It's no use of you having to be a gunslinger because that's not your forte. You don't be somebody else. Don't try to be anyone else but yourself. Stay in your lane and drive the car. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with him getting 140 yards. I'm okay with him getting 200 yards as long as he's managing the games with no interceptions.
Man, hello.
And our replacement for Smith, I think he did damn good. He showed himself, and now I'm kind of more confident about our backups now because I was kind of worried, but now I'm thinking we got some pretty good backups for our line right now.
Appreciate you, Cowboy Dwayne, man. Thank you for calling in, bro.
Oh, yeah, and my wife had your plate waiting for you, so, but, hey, you didn't show up, so.
Well, man, hey, save it for the next time, bro. Appreciate you, man.
I got you.
No doubt.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them, baby? So here's what I want people to understand and know. There's a thing called law of diminishing rates of return, right? Or the law of averages, right? So what we're looking at is that in its full capacity. We know that we got a quarterback that's capable of throwing 455 yards, right? We know that. We've seen that before. We've seen his quarterback throw for that amount of yards. We know that we have a quarterback that can dice you and give you 3 or 4 touchdowns a game, right? We know a quarterback that also can give you picks, if thrusted into a odd situation. So what we're trying to do is find a happy medium. Till it down just a little bit. Let's not overanalyze this thing and win some games. Let's spread this out over the entire team, right? And let's not force things. And when you are a person that's lack of knowledge to it, you would do things one way only, right? You don't know the other way. And that's what experience is all about, That's just what it is. In my small hometown, I don't need a GPS, right? We don't need a certain game plan on where you got to go far as getting downtown or what have you, But in a bigger city, you're going to have that. But when you are wise and knowledgeable of the area that you're at, you can just jump in the whip, get there, and as long as you get there, hey, I'll be there by 5. But people who ain't from that location, they're going to have to do this, do that, check this, make sure that is there, you see? And that's where we were last year. We didn't know how to craft things. When I'm talking about playing complementary football. There are young people right now that think they know everything. You can't tell them nothing right now. But when they get 25, they look at the world a whole lot different, right? And then when they get 35, they look at it a whole lot different. And when they hit that 45, oh, wow, this is what this is about, right? Dang, mama was right back in when I was 15. You see? So those are the ways that you have to look at life. And sometimes, you will see that young buck just say, hey, man, I know everything. That buck don't know nothing. All right, I got Cowboys UGA, man. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
What's good, Law?
Nothing to it, man.
I had a great weekend.
Oh,
School football won.
Oh, yeah.
The Georgia Bulldogs won. Alabama lost. The Braves won, and the damn Cowboys won. Another thing, man. It is amazing how great Marquise Bell looked.
Oh yeah.
With the 1s and 2s. So I'm a little sick, but man, people was calling for him to get cut, saying he couldn't fill a gap, and man, he was just all over the place.
Yeah.
It's no breath. And I can only imagine what Overshawn would have looked like out there.
Oh yeah, he sure. He'd have been a heat-sickling missile out there. He'd have been another, cog in the gear there. Things that we need to see. But Bell did look real good out there, man, and he did his job, bro. I can't complain.
Yeah. And one game, man. I'm just excited for that defense. And I don't care if Dak don't ever throw for 300 yards the whole season. As long as we take care of business and win, and play like that defense right there, man, I don't see nobody stopping it.
I mean,
you
spitting,
it's
dog.
up. It's up and it's stuck. You hear me? It's up and it's stuck.
Yes, indeed,
How
man.
about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? Appreciate you, man. I hope all is well. I hope you get better too, bro. Let's go. Good call from him. All right, I got my guy Darius from the 214. You live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
No, I'm at work, so I'm gonna keep it real short. We're gonna celebrate this win. We're gonna make love to our wives. We're gonna eat good. We're gonna pop champagne.
Yeah.
And because I'm at work, I can't give you the nitty gritty like I want to. So next, I'm gonna say tomorrow, I'm gonna give you the good, the bad, the ugly.
Right.
But right now, we're gonna celebrate this win. We stomped them out. And that's it. I love you, man.
Man, much love to you, man. Appreciate you, man. And yeah. Make love to the wives, man. Make love to them. Yes, indeed, man. Sure. Yes, indeed. All right. That was a weird way to throw that in there. But hey, man, from the 915, you're live, man. Talk to me.
What is up, Law Nation? It's your number one Cowboy fan here in El Paso. How you doing?
Man, doing well, man. I know you finna make that trip up here, man. Yes, indeed. Let's go, man. How you feeling?
I'm ready. I'm ready to go see Aaron Rodgers get tackled by Micah Parsons. That's my my dream. I already dreamt it. I want to see it, but I'm gonna be right there at the end zone. I'm gonna get a front row view of Micah Parsons destroying Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I can't wait to see too. I can't stand there.
That work at Rat Life Stadium this weekend. I'm excited for this other New York team that we're gonna handle. Quick things that I saw from the game. That boy Guanye Thomas.
Yeah.
He's a real deal.
Yeah, he is, man. Yes, indeed, man. He flies around. He made play on the ball, especially. He batted that thing away from Waller. Darren Waller wasn't even a major factor in this game, bro. He wasn't.
It was crazy. I mean, Dak, I don't know if you saw in the interview, he's like, I really didn't do anything. Like, I don't even deserve the ball. It's the defense, basically, that played the game, and they just ran the ball, played good football, 40-0. You saw the difference between the Coach McCarthy calling the plays and the other dude. I forgot his name. He'd be throwing the ball, is what I'm trying to say, instead of running it. And we played smart football, no issues, no mistakes, and it was smooth. And so I'm ready. I want to see how the Jets play today, and then I'll be able to give you a score prediction for this week.
No doubt, man. I'll be waiting for it, man. Thank you so much for calling in. Let's go. We got a long week, man.
Yes,
but
sir. Get ready to
get
take some shots. Put up with your Cowboys.
Yes, it is, my guy. Hey, check this out, ladies and gentlemen. We gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. And on top of that, we just came off of a 40-0 victory. Not a loss, victory. All right, let's go. I got my guy with a plan, man, and I'm telling you, when your plan get together, it comes down like this with 100 grand with you the man for the 201. Man, you live, man.
Lord, listen here, man. I ain't gonna mention people's names because I don't need to do all that. You know what I'm saying? And that round table thing, I don't know, man, because when I was on the phone with somebody that should remain nameless, nothing got said back to me. So I don't need that round table. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? When I was on the phone, we was on the phone, nothing got said. But anyway, they said Cooper Rush was better than Dak because Cooper Rush protected the ball. Cooper Rush did what he needed to do to win the football game. So why don't you bring Cooper Rush in and we would have won it? We would have beat the 49ers and we would have won the Super Bowl. Hello? Dak Prescott did the same thing yesterday, and they buried the man. If that's not hatred for Dak Prescott, I don't know what is. He did the same thing that Cooper Rush would have did. Am I wrong?
Nah, you ain't wrong. You ain't lying,
He did the same thing. And somebody was on the line before me. The good, the bad, the ugly. What's the ugly, Dak? Because he ain't thrown for 5,000 yards yesterday? We was mad at the OC that's not with us no more because, oh, man,
Dak should audible out that pass and run the football. We got the lead, man. You know, let's blame that all on Dak, man. That's Dak's fault. They do that yesterday. And now you got these people that just hate Dak. If you hate Dak, get a new team.
Yeah.
He does it yesterday. We win 40-0, and he gonna come on here tomorrow. Oh, I'm at work. I can't speak, man. Good, bad, ugly. Come on, let's be real, man. Let's be real. Stop the fake, bro. If you don't like Dak and you don't like the team, go to the Giants, man. Go to the Giants. You're not allowed on Law's channel no more. Because we win the football game because we ran the football like we was cramming to do all last year.
Hey.
And you mad at Dak because he ain't throw for 500 yards last night. Is you stupid or is you dumb? Which one is it? Be real, bro. Is you stupid or is you dumb?
Hey.
Oh, don't blame it on Kevin Moore. Kevin Moore ain't the problem. It was Dak Prescott. He should have the ability to change the plays. Why would you throw that football, Dak? If you had the ability and if they trust you like that, you should have ran the football. Didn't they say that in the 49ers game, Law, when he threw that interception? Come on, Law.
Yeah,
if I'm lying, let me know.
Hey, man, you look. I'm just chilling, man. I'm enjoying this win. I'm enjoying this little rant too, man. I'm enjoying it all, man. I'm enjoying all of this stuff, man. Hey.
Yesterday, did he put the ball in harm's way? No, but I seen the boy throw the ball between three Giant defenders yesterday. Ain't nobody talk about that. In the rain.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody, oh, that never happened. But they'll sit there and say, oh, Dak can't throw the football. Is you stupid or is you dumb?
Man, my God, man, 100 grand, man. What else you got before I let you go, man? We got lines long over here, man.
Hey, I love to win. I love to win. And what really pissed me off is which is Sherman. Oh, man, this offense this, this offense that. CeeDee Lamb mad. Cooks is mad. Oh, I saw a video of CeeDee Lamb jumping up and down for joy.
Yeah.
That's the problem with it. Everybody got to understand this football team don't care. The offense don't care, and the defense don't care. The only thing they care about is that dub. Cowboys Nation, y'all know what time it is. Holla at me, Graphics on HD, on Instagram. Let's go. Let's work. Law, you already know what it is, my brother.
Yes, indeed, man. That's my guy, 100 grand, man, with a plan. So, with that being said, I got no rebuttal to what he said. Outside of, hey, man, look, savor this moment, man. We won, man. We won. We shot the BB gun. You know what I'm saying? This is what happened over here, man.
The conference has been locked.
Dog, this line longer than Shaq feet. I'm going to get to all of y'all in here. Jake the Great, man, you live, man, from the 561. Talk to me, man.
Yo, I'm live.
Yeah, you're live.
You hear me good?
Yeah,
All
man,
right,
yeah. All right.
Law, I want to start off by saying this. Richard Sherman, he's a hater. And what does it cost a man to gain the
He ain't lying.
but to lose his own soul? I mean, damn, bro. Like you sold your soul to the Cowboy narrative to open your mouth and say, well, Dak only threw for. Man, did you see that monsoon that was out there, man? It was raining cats and dogs, and this man opened his mouth to say that stuff. Like, bro, come on, man.
Yeah, man, come on, man.
Weren't you enemies with Skip Bayless? But that's a whole nother.
Yeah,
I'm going to let him sell his soul to pick the low-hanging fruit, talking about Dak only threw for pedestrian yards in a monsoon. All right. He got that.
Yeah, mama needs shoes. Yeah, it's what it is.
Baby need diapers. I feel
Yeah.
Now, we're gonna talk about this old man, Tyron Smith. Now, I was scared for him. I'm not even going to lie to you. Because that boy, Thibodeau, I seen him do some people in, so I'm like, boy, I don't know what Tyron Smith's going to do, but my man went to the Fountain of Youth, and he folded him up like a pretzel. I seen Tyron Smith just tower over Thibodeau.
He ain't lying.
Juggernaut. I'm like, dang, is that Thanos out there? Woo!
Man, He got him, Jake the Great, man. It was a good game by our offensive line. They kept the quarterback upright. Only a few hits, like a few quarterback pressures. But, that goes back to the creativity of the offensive play caller. Put things in complementary situations. And I think that they wanted to get Dak Prescott a touchdown pass on one of the drives down there on the opening, or like the second one, whatever that first series when they got to the red zone and they had to settle. So outside of that, I mean, run the ball, man. Get the running back to glory. Let him run it in. It's wet. It's raining. So let's go. I thought that it would have been a touchdown pass if Cavante Turpin didn't drop that tunnel screen, because he was wide open. I mean, he got that speed, but they kept at him. They didn't bench him afterwards, and he ended up scoring anyhow. So I do like this team for what they exhibit last game. So hopefully they can stack good games on top of each other and do it again.
Yeah, man, we're gonna stack good days on top of good days. Now, with what Mike McCarthy did yesterday, man, to the untrained eye, y'all not gonna see it. The way he ran the ball, and I called Scott Walker and I said this, I'm gonna put my hand up to the sky. Turpin gonna run 3 of them back this season if McCarthy keeps doing them like that. It's gonna at least be a kick and some punts, because he's keeping them loose. He ain't pressing as much as he wants to.
Right.
If y'all like Deuce Vaughn, y'all better go watch Cavante Turpin tape from TCU.
Oh yeah,
boy,
he get busy with it.
So if McCarthy keeps calling the plays like that and keep him loose, man, he ain't got to press so much, and he gonna do his thing. Now, before I go, I just want to say one thing, Law. Now, I see this Cowboys Civil War going on. I just want to say one thing to y'all. YouTube got guidelines and all kind of stuff. Y'all better not cost Law his channel now. I'll be pretty upset. But how about them Cowboys?
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. Yeah, good call by Jake the Great. Yeah. Y'all keep it civil, man. You know what I'm saying? We do have little ones watching this channel. You know what I'm saying? I may not be as brash as others. I do allow people to talk and spit their mind. That's just me in general. That's just how that goes. But we do have little ones to watch this show. I know, people get heated. I get heated sometimes too, and I go all the way in. But at the end of the day, we just want this to be a good community, man. They got community guidelines, and they do hold the content creator ultimately responsible in those lights, though. So yeah. If y'all could, for me, man, and I got sponsor stuff on the line too. Although I'm independent, it's really hard. You know what I'm saying? To do these type of things day in and day out, and for the free, basically, because y'all don't have to go behind any paywall to come here, right? So that's just how that goes, and I don't want to be that channel where you got to go behind a paywall to even come here or even to comment and stuff like that. But yeah, look at me, man. I'm out there with the youth, man. Y'all see the little young kid, man. He walked up. I ain't watch Law Nation. I watch all of your stuff. You're an icon to me. So I feel good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm different. I got to move different from other content creators. I can't talk as brash as other content creators because I'm different. I'm literally a public figure. I go to certain, and I'm not bragging like that. You can ask my guy Boss Cowboy. He'll let you know that dude Law, they'll walk by a football player, Cowboy player, and walk up to me. I had Leighton Vander Esch's mom to walk up to me and said, "Hey, I appreciate you, how you talk about my son and beyond, right? Can we take this picture together and all this stuff, So I'm different. I move a whole lot different than any content creator out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm better or I'm bigger or I look over anyone, but I move different. I touch people in a different light, than others out here. Whereas I had people to say, "Hey, man, I had the trigger to my face and I was about to squeeze down on it, but I heard your speech. I heard your XYZ sermon." You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it goes, baby. Oof, yes, indeed. So yeah. So I just move different, But I'm not saying that y'all can't can't speak your mind, but just be mindful. You know what I'm saying? You never know who watching and stuff like that. So that's all I'm saying with that. I got from the 409, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Law, man? I just wanted to touch on like what 100 Grand said. They tell the man you don't got to throw it, you ain't got to do too much, and you win games. And then when he don't throw it and he don't do too much, everybody got something to say. You know what I'm saying? And I'm keeping receipts for him because all them sportscasters when they're talking, I've been listening to him for 3 and 4 years talking the same old stuff, and then the man come out and do what he's supposed to do and get the win, and it's a problem.
Dang.
I don't understand. And then Richard Sherman, he need to stop, man. I see straight through that, man. That's all acting, man. All that is acting because he ain't that damn dumb. He know what them boys did yesterday.
Hell yeah.
He ain't stupid. He played on the team that did it. So he need to stop acting, man. We see it's an act. So somebody got to be hating on the Cowboys, and it's an act. I see it. Everybody else do. So he need to cut it out.
Hey, how's old boy doing on the Shay Sharp and Stephen A? Because both of them against the Cowboys. So did you watch them?
I watched them this morning too. And they all of a sudden Dan Orlovsky, he riding with the Cowboys. Ryan Clark kind of been riding with us.
Right.
But Shannon and Stephen A, man, they can go on ahead too, man, because that everything they saying that shit weak. We ain't buying that neither. They gonna hate, you know what I'm saying? But I'm keeping receipts, and I've been keeping them, and I'm gonna just sit back and watch.
Yeah, so D, what's because I don't watch. I didn't get a chance to watch them. But what's Pat McAfee's stance? Because y'all be knowing what he be.
Look,
he on that wee woo.
Everybody out this morning. I checked them all out.
What he's on? What he's on?
He all riding with us now. All of a sudden, they're great. Yeah, he riding with us. He riding with us too. They all. I got. Look, man. I wish I could send them to you, man. They some papers, and they say they a bandwagon Dallas Cowboys application, man. It's a bad little paper, man. I wish I could send it to you. I printed like 20 of them out. I'm finna go hand them out. As soon as I get off of work, I'm going everywhere where people be hating on me when I got my jersey on, and I'm handing them out applications to jump on the bandwagon right now.
Man. Hey, man. Hey, if you can, man, somebody y'all DM me that, and I'll try to repost it on my end, man. I appreciate you, fam.
Okay, yeah, because I don't know. I ain't on Facebook or none of that.
Right,
I don't know how to do it, but I'll try to see if it's a way I can like email it to you or something like that.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, Law, man. Thanks for everything you do, brother.
Man, appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. You know, I love the switch up, man. Them jokers switching up so good, man. But here's the thing, and this is what I'm gonna tell y'all sometimes too. We ain't gonna be able to win them all. You know what I'm saying? But when we do, if we somehow lose, I want y'all to keep the same energy. That's what it's about, keeping the same energy. Don't be like that dude. Where he at? Don't be like this guy. Look at that. You gonna take your jersey off and throw it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like that dude, man. Come on, man. Don't be like that dude. I mean, he paid about $100 or if that the Walmart jersey, I don't know, but he paid probably $100 for that jersey, and he gonna snatch it off and throw it on the ground. You know, you ain't gonna win all of these games, man. You ain't gonna win them all. But shoot, we could have. I already see. It's a shame that they didn't listen to me when I told the Giants community that we gonna beat them down. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different. Let me tell y'all the differences between us versus them. Last year, they won a lot of games with 1 point, about 1 point or one possession. They won a lot of those games. Last year, they didn't blow out the Vikings. We did. You know, of course, they played the Vikings in the playoffs. But, man, we blew those boys 40-3. It literally was going to be like 50-something to like 0. But they did some little bull job call on us and all this stuff. But we end up, remember, we had to kick the field goal twice on the Vikings' head or something like that. But that's a whole nother story. See, they'll comb over that, and they don't ever listen to us, man. You know, like they don't even understand that when I said that, yeah, man, Justin Jefferson cool, but when he playing against my guy Trayvon Diggs, he ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? But nah, Justin Jefferson did all the X, Y, and Z, and I'm talking about the Vikings. But that's a whole nother storyline. Let's go to JT, my guy from the 260. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me, JT. Talk to me, man.
Hey, can you hear me, Law Nation?
Man, what's good, man? What's good? I can hear you fine.
Listen, man. These TV people got to cut it out, my guy. Like, we've talked about this month, but they got like now Shannon Sharp saying he never believed in the Giants. Like, we got
yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's just, it gets to a point where it's just like, okay, look, we understand, like, you hate the Cowboys and all that stuff, but for once, can you give the man credit? Like, we got to get to a point where we just give Dak Prescott credit, man. Like, it's funny, because, like, even watching Richard Sherman, like, what he was saying on Undisputed, I'm just like, dude, like, you literally played the team that he's played on. Did you not realize the teams that he's played on have had guys that have had game manager quarterbacks? Like, this is what I don't get. Like, I don't understand coming from him, because when he got to the Seattle Seahawks, Russell Wilson was not Russell Wilson yet. When he went to the Niners, Jimmy Garoppolo was on the Niners, and he was a game manager. Like, I don't understand, like, how all of a sudden now he's critical of Dak, the quote-unquote game manager role. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Right. I mean, it's crazy, man, because did anybody bring up what the Eagles did? You know what I'm saying? They struggled, man. If a guy last name wasn't Booty, you know what I'm saying, on the Patriots, they probably would have lost that game if they would have gotten, let's say, me out there. I was playing, I ain't as good as that dude, but shout out to them. But if they would have gotten a legitimate other wide receiver on that team, man, you know what I'm saying? It would have been over with for the Eagles, man. They struggled. It was a struggle fest against the Patriots.
Yeah,
the Patriots lost the game. Look, the Patriots lost the game more than the Eagles won, and the Eagles was at the Super Bowl. You would think that they would lead off with, hey, you know, what's going on with them? You know, what's going on with them? But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, and the other thing is, and this is something that I don't think a lot of people brought up, but, like, if we go back to the year 2005, Ben Roethlisberger's first Super Bowl, like, his stats were horrific. Like, he was 9 of 23 for 124 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 turnovers. But people don't criticize Ben Roethlisberger enough for a Super Bowl performance because he won. Like, that to me is what I don't get. Like, if it's most other quarterbacks other than Dak Prescott, if you win the game, they don't say anything. But, like, Dak Prescott has to win the game and go for video game numbers. Like, it's a total double standard. Like, we got to stop.
Man. I mean, it's totally like that, man. I appreciate you for calling in. Hey, we gonna lay them straight all this year, man. We gonna call them out, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Hey, salute to you, Law.
That's my guy JT, man. I got from the 908. I got Swayze in the house, man. Talk to me, man.
Hey, what's going on, Law? This is Swayze, the objective Cowboy fan here, just giving an objective analysis.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm very happy about the win, but just listening to some of the phone calls, like this Dak hating and the Dak, D-riding, like the two sides, like y'all are so annoying. Can y'all just give a week? Just give us a week. On the Dak hating side, there was a monsoon. It was raining. I live in Jersey. It was crazy raining. The weather was bad.
Yeah.
I could be all the way accurate, and we're gonna run the ball. On the Dak D-riding section, y'all side. This is not the game to say, see, look at Dak Prescott. He was 13 for 24 for 144 yards, and one of the passes was like for 40 passing yards. From both sides, this is not the game to overanalyze Dak Prescott, please. It's all about the defense. And also, like,
defense for real.
Side,
defense for real.
Yeah, the defense is real. And all we asking from Dak Prescott, we just asking him, we need you to be Brad Johnson. We need you to be Trent Dilfer. We need you to be we need you to be Russell Wilson with the 2013 Seahawks. That's all we need Dak Prescott to do. Do not turn the ball over. And one of the things the only thing I was critical of Dak Prescott, it was the pass to I think it was Jason Ferguson or the tight end Ferguson when he had 2 defenders, and I guess it ended up being an incomplete pass. But those type of passes, that's when the 49ers would probably pick off. That's the only thing I was critical of Dak Prescott, just the decision maker on that one pass. Other than that, I'm not gonna be overcritical of Dak Prescott because
right.
And,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what you think about that?
I think so many things that you said was fair and objective. I just look at it like this. We know what we got in this bag now with defense. There's not a way where we can say, hey, there's a little doubt right there. I think that right now all you got to do now is just steer the ship right. You don't have to force anything. Sometimes your best play will be a punt. Sometimes your best play, like I'll watch my brother. We watched the game together via like just texting on the line or what have you. You know what his biggest concerns for the 49ers?
What?
Ray McLeod. He was like, man, if Ray McLeod, he got nervous when they punted the ball to him because Ray have the tendencies to fumble the punt. But he said everything else, he was cool with it. He know that his defense can give the ball back to his offense. He know that Brock Purdy is going to not force any passes in a weird spot. But Ray McLeod was his only reservation. His only reservation. And that's a good feeling to have. You know what I'm saying? And he said, okay, he gotta have to fill the kicker out because they drafted the Moody kid or what have you. But outside of that, that's a good feeling to have, bro.
Nah, exactly. That's a good feeling to have. And again, it's between us, the 49ers, and the Eagles. Those are the three teams. And maybe the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams. To see the Rams coming around again. Right.
The Rams coming around again. Maybe then we have to maybe worry about them probably in the divisional round, or if we don't win the division, probably see them in the wild card things. I mean, 49ers in the division, but more than likely we probably see them in the divisional round, things of that nature. I see the Rams going to the playoffs, but like I said before, like this is going to be our measure of success is not the regular season anymore. We did that before. We went 12-5. This is not the measurement of success. This whole regular season is really a long-ass preseason. Like, it's crazy to say from a Cowboys fan, but that's really what it is. Like, we already was excited by regular season wins before. We have done that for over 15 years. Our measurement of success and what the team measurement of success should be is what we do in the playoffs. And again, like we just can't have any turnovers, and we just need Dak Prescott to make good decisions in critical moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's really what it is.
No doubt.
Yeah, it's just, but also Deion Sanders. I know you see Colorado.
Yeah.
Again, Shedeur Sanders. I'm just saying, Shedeur Sanders. Like.
but hold on, Swayze. Now I blame you though, because you the one. I didn't even know who Caleb Williams was. I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro. And then you like, hey, check out Caleb Williams, and I start checking out Caleb Williams, and then me and my brother, we put in on the money line on Caleb Williams. It's going to be one of those years that I can't wait to see how this thing is going to unfold. But that dude, hey, you right. That dude nice, man.
Accuracy. He reminds me of Tom Brady. He moves in the pocket like Tom Brady. His decision making is like Joe Montana. Like it's literally he's the prototypical quarterback. That's the quarterback I like. I don't like the Pat Mahomes or Caleb Williams type quarterback. It's fun to watch, but they make a lot of mistakes sometimes. Shedeur Sanders. You'd be far-fetched to see him throwing anything.
Yeah.
Like throwing
so you're thinking that there's not night and day between those two. You think Shedeur, what he going to do in the next following weeks, is going to change the minds of people and get them off of Caleb Williams, because Caleb he can throw it now. He can sling it.
Caleb Williams, he will be the number one pick in the draft this year. But in terms of Shedeur Sanders,
I'm talking about Heisman. I'm talking about the Heisman and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Heisman. Oh yeah. Heisman, Shedeur, and Travis Hunter, they will be in the Heisman race. It might give it to them depending on the success of Colorado. They go 9-9. You know what I'm saying? They lose like only 3 games, or lose only 2 games. More than likely, Shedeur will win the Heisman. It's good for TV. It's good for ratings. They will do that. But also, just one more thing before I let go, because you have a lot of callers. You see Kellen Moore, and I told you it wasn't necessarily Kellen Moore. The Chargers had over 450 yards from offense yesterday. Their defense just didn't show up, but at 34 points, Justin Herbert didn't make any mistakes. Over 200 yards from rushing. It wasn't necessarily Kellen Moore. It was just Kellen Moore and Dak Prescott together wasn't going to fit, because that was like Dak Prescott's friend. It's hard to be the boss of your friend. And I just think that's what the case was. Like, so, but then I'll let you go. And how about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? Swayze, appreciate him for calling in. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the full game, but I mean, he was 22 for 33 for 228 yards. He had a QBR of 51, one touchdown, and that's Justin Herb. They did throw the ball 33 times, and what was remarkable is that they ran for 234 yards. Joshua Kelly, he was phenomenal, and Austin Eckler did his thing. But the difference is between Kellen Moore's offense and what we had last year. They got Keenan Allen, dog. They got Austin Eckler, who can catch out of the backfield, and they utilized that. And Mike Williams. They had some guys out there. Not saying that the Cowboys, through the extent of Kellen Moore being here, that they didn't have those guys. But, man, Mike Williams heads and shoulders above Noah Brown, right? And I'm not going to go back and forth about who's good and who's not or what have you. I think Quentin Johnson, he's going to eventually step in and be that extreme third option for those boys over there. But you're going to have to help your defense out. When you got a defense that's out there on the field for that many an that amount of time, even though they ran the ball pretty well, they're going to have to run the ball even more. You can't be sitting back throwing it for 33 to 40 times with Justin Herbert. You're going to want that same recipe, anywhere between 24 to maybe 28 attempts throwing that ball. But we'll find out down the line, man, of how that defense is going to look. And we'll be front row. We play those boys this year, don't we? We play them week 6, don't we? Okay, we play in week 6. So, yeah, we be all right. I got my guy Montana from the 614. You're live on The Nation. Talk to me.
What's going on, brother?
Nothing to it, man. What you got on your mind, your mental, your heart, and all of that?
Hey, man, only thing I got to say is, bro, the ignorance from all these fans who want to keep talking about Dak Prescott, like I said last night, bro.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all never played football, please don't try to equip y'all expectations of a player on certain conditions. Like I said yesterday, if y'all notice, all those pellets from the turf was all over players.
Yeah.
Because it was wet. It's wet. That turf is very slick.
It is.
It's hard to run. It's hard to play fast on turf in the rain. You can do it on grass.
Right. And you know what else? You know what else they don't know too? On that turf, dog, you gotta. It's weird on how your cleat size gonna be. You know what I'm saying? The spikes that you gonna put.
Gotta be a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
It has to be a little bit bigger. They gotta be a size to a size and a half bigger when you're playing on that turf.
Yes, indeed. But when you're on that natural earth, man, shoot. Yeah.
That turf is no joke.
It ain't.
Is no joke. That's why turf causes a lot of soft tissue injuries.
Yeah.
They don't know about it. So I'm here to let y'all fans know, look, bro, Dak did his job in the rain. On turf.
Yep.
That's all you can ask for. Everybody look, man. If everybody take out all their feelings, expectations, and y'all actually look at the league, 27 points would have won us that game.
Yep.
They scored nothing. Y'all act like it was 40-27 or 40-39. No.
Yeah.
It was 40-0.
Zilch, yep.
27 points would have won us that game.
Yep.
So I'm proud of Mike and all those boys on the offensive side. But I already knew what the defensive side was going to look like. It's 3 years with Dan Quinn with the same players and added important pieces for depth.
Talk to him, man.
Man, you can't get no better than that, man. Like I said, like Terrence Williams said, if the league allowed Dallas to play, this is the type of performance you're going to get. I'll see y'all in Vegas. Thank you, Law. I know you got other guys and women waiting. I appreciate you, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you.
No doubt, man. My guy Montana, man. Man. Ladies and gentlemen, man, football is a brutal sport, but yesterday, you just ain't gonna walk up to professionals and just hang 40 on them by mistake. You just don't do that, you know. those things, like, I would get it if it was like this, like example, Exhibit A. And I'm not beating up on them. I'm definitely not. I'm not hating on them at all. A win is a win is a win. But what the Eagles did to the Patriots just the other day, that was by chance. By chance. By chance. Y'all let those people know that was by chance. That's why the Patriots were able to crawl back into that game. But you can't hate on them doing what they supposed to do. They had the better players. They had a dude named Bourne out there, you know what I'm saying? They had a dude named Booty out there, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no booty over here, y'all. You know, there's no Bourne booty over here. You know what I'm saying? We got some dog. We got lamb. You know, they had Juju Smith-Schuster. He was like, man, the moment too big. You know, hey, I don't know what to do with the ball. Hunter Henry was their best player. And he ate. The aficionados jumped in on him and said, hey, man, all right, man, that's a holding call. You know what I'm saying? Bootzilla says Jason Bourne and General Booty. Yeah, that's what they had. You know what I'm saying? And they was in a dog fight with them boys. They were. Mac Jones was in a dog fight with them boys with that defense. And that's just what it looked like, dog. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have that type of game. But if you listen to the 4-ladder to 3-ladder network long enough, you would think, dang, man, hey, man, the score ended up being 25-20, man. You know. It's Booty. Bradbury got cooked. You know what I'm saying? It just Booty didn't know how to get them feet in, man. God, dog. What's his first name? I'm tired of saying that man's last name, you know. All right, man. It was late, man. That's why we probably didn't get no post-game Jerry Jones interview. I got 336. You're live on the Nation.
What's up with it, Law?
Nothing to it. Man, talk to me, man.
Hey, listen, man. I played high school football, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had a stint before the game. I'm about to play it for you, hear me?
Uh-huh.
We knocked their heads off. Hey, boy, we were knocking heads off last night, boy.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, look, the volume in my house last night was on 3,000, man.
Yeah.
I don't think my wife got no sleep last night. You hear me? Hey, look, I specifically want to speak on our D-line.
Uh-huh.
Man, them boys gonna have that man needing a chiropractor. He gonna need a cold bath. He gonna need the Deshaun Watson masseuse. I know he hurt this morning. We were all over him, man.
Man, like a cheat suit, man. We was on that brother like a seal sucker suit, man. We was all up on him, man.
It got real wicked. I want to say Bart Scott he should be drug tested and fired.
What did he say? Because he really liked Daniel Jones. What did Bart Scott? What show he's on? I forgot. I've got to pull up his audio.
That man went on First Take and said the Giants were gonna win by 40.
Let me see if I can find it. Keep talking.
He said they were gonna win by 40. He said they were gonna score 40 and beat us.
Oh my God!
And then Tiki said that Daniel Jones was better than that.
Yeah, I got that one.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? What are they seeing that we aren't seeing?
Hate.
And then Dan Orlovsky said we ain't have a chance of winning the East, and he predicted them to win. And he said 30-something to 14. Did they not see our addition? I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what they seeing, bro. We must not be watching the same TV, man. I'm telling
you already know how that go. Yes,
we
indeed.
We legit. Hey, stay blessed and thank you for signing my hat, man. And we knocking heads off, man.
Knocking heads off, man. I appreciate you, bro.
What?
Thank you. Let's go, man. We some headhunters over here, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on with it, man. Hey, you know. Let me see what he got.
Here's a tweet from Dak Prescott. I want to come up to this. He's a friend of the show. He watches. We love seeing his tweets. Here's a tweet from Dak Prescott. I want to come up to this. He's a friend of the show. He watches. We love seeing his tweets. But he called Bart Scott out. Here's Tad's tweet. Bart Scott will continue to badmouth the Cowboys. And for what? Does he enjoy being wrong? Because I assume he knows football, but he speaks as if he doesn't. He's doubted Dak, doubted Zeke, and our defense.
Oh, it's an old
now
school.
Saying the Giants can beat us. Just admit you were wrong and move on.
First of all, let's set the record straight. I'm the one that said that this defense would be much better with Keanu O'Neal, who we have the same agent. Two, I've always been a fan of Dak Prescott. I had him on my financial literacy program when I was speaking at the Senior Bowl. Two, I believe in the team, but listen, at some point, they call me Barstradamus for a reason. They call me Barstradamus because I predict the future before I had him.
It was three. It was three. It was three. Yeah.
Three. Well, listen, I didn't say I was a math major. Listen, I got an associate's degree, Louis. Everybody can't be smart like.
Oh, man, I'm going to find that Bart Scott, man. If y'all got it, man, DM me, man, because I want to play that audio. That's from last year, I believe. I got No Clone Tyrone from the 202. You live, Chief. Talk to me.
What's going on, Law? Man, I got a couple of things to say about what's your boy name? Richard Sherman. Man, he played on a team with a quarterback that worked just like Dak Prescott. So
Yep.
For him, he needed to stop the cap. Just stop the cap, please. Stop the cap.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But for the most part, man, we played a great game last night.
We did,
played,
bro.
You know, offense. Yeah. It was beautiful, man. Offense ran the ball. We didn't do no turnovers. And even with Tony Pollard fumbling the ball, I believe Zach Martin or Tyler Biadasz jumped on the ball, and the play, drive kept going. So, and the defense, I'm just go ahead and say it, man. Defense is nasty.
Oh, yeah, nasty.
Defense nasty. Yeah. So, for the most part, yeah, it was a formula for a good team. Like we played good football last night. We played complimentary football.
We did.
I'm gonna say that we played good football, like complimentary football with the defense. They played outstanding, and I feel like right now, defense is gonna be the focal point for this team. And, offense just gotta feed off the defense energy, and I feel like we did that perfectly last night. And another thing. They can't say nothing about my man Trayvon Diggs. They can't say nothing about him no more. Can't nobody say he don't like tackling. But, man, he ain't had no interception, but he made two great plays last night that got us the ball back.
No doubt, man. Shoot, that's what he did, man, and that's what he going to continue to do. I'm predicting he going to get an INT next week, though, bro. I'm already saying it.
I feel like he is, too.
Let's go. Let's go, man. Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate you for calling in, fam.
No problem. Much love to you.
Much love to you as well, man. Yeah. So, hey, mods, man, only put people in timeout for personal attacks. And if it's someone or repeat like conversation, like somebody saying Cowboy trash, then we put them in timeout. But if they talking opinions, then let's not time them out. You know what I'm saying? But only for personal attacks, that's when you time out someone. I don't know whether or not, if you guys are continue to get blocked or we didn't put in timeout because you saying, that the Cowboys going to lose next week. But let's not time them out for that. Y'all know how to get this thing going. Come on, y'all. Come on, man. Aaron from Long Beach, man. Talk to me, man. 562.
What's up, Law? How you doing today?
Oh, man, all the way. Man, where you at, dog?
Oh, man, I'm at work right now. Sorry about that. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Tyrannosaurus Rex coming around that mug. I ain't know where you was at.
I'm sorry about that. It's that truck I'm working with. Shoot. Hold on, give me 1 second. All right, here we go. Yo, man, we're going to be – I'm super excited. We came away with no injuries.
Right.
So I think, and we did that in the rain, like in the monsoon. Just imagine what we can look like in the dry weather in the dome.
Oh yeah.
In the dome, bro.
That defense gonna be getting at it, man.
Exactly. So I ain't gonna hold you up. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for the win. Cowboys gonna, correct the mistake that they did this past yesterday. But that defense gonna get after Aaron Rodgers next week.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. Hey, appreciate you.
I'm gonna let you go. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yes, indeed, boy. My boy, man, he working hard, man. He working hard over there. Did I talk to you already, Bishop? Bishop, you live, man, from the 945, man. You talk to me, man.
What's good, live?
Nothing to it, man. Just chilling.
Yeah, man. I know I lost my voice a little bit for last night, man. We was turned up, man.
Me too, man. Yes, indeed.
But now, man, I was gonna say, man. Hey, man, I'm proud of them boys, man. I'm proud of the coaching staff, man, in the front office, man. And we done watched. Yesterday, y'all seen the first day of us washing our hands with the Gary regime. You feel me? Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah. First time since 2007, man. We had a different playbook or variations of such.
That was the first day we washed our hands with the Gary regime. So y'all, you know what I'm saying, rejoice and be happy in that, though. You know what I mean? And another thing I was gonna say, man, Sherman, he just sticking to the script. Because really, I'm going to tell you something, Law, you got a good blessing. You and the rest of the Cowboy Nation that's doing this, y'all got a good blessing coming. Because if you notice, they done messed up the contracts and put the wrong people on the wrong shows. Like, you got two haters on one show and you got Michael Irvin and Skip. And them, they all like the Cowboys on the same show, and then you got people who all hate the Cowboys on the same show. So they don't got no more balance in the 4-letter networks no more.
They don't.
I'm telling you that now. I'm seeing it from a mile away, bro. Both these shows, I was like, damn, it ain't nobody to talk against it. You know,
genuine.
They was talking against each other. You know what I'm saying? That's the point of a show. You know what I'm saying? To debate it. And then Mike and Stephen A. Smith was talking against each other. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like they kind of done messed up the dynamics of the 4-letter, even though the 4 letters already kind of been rocky. But that really done messed it up. So, man, hey, y'all got a good blessing coming y'all way, man, because I got a feeling, man, the YouTube channels, man, y'all finna take over them, like as far as the content.
Yeah.
Especially exclusive content for the Cowboys, man. Real talk, man.
Yeah, we just gotta parlay it a little bit, you know what I'm saying, and get things going, the best way possible. But I'm seeing what you saying too, like it's like they all agreeing, you know what I'm saying? Because I like the way Keys, Keys and Irv, that's them two good brothers together, you know what I'm saying? And then you throw in Skip, he never played the sport, so he gotta sometimes bow down to those boys. And then it's like, it's weird, man. They're gonna have to blow up their format and then just talk some real football stuff like NFL Network.
They gotta, and see, that's the part that they can't do. So now you gotta actually talk about the actual Cowboys and how they actually doing. You can't just, Dak didn't do. He just threw for 150 yards yesterday. I'm like, dude, we have like Montana made a good point. Shout out to my boy Montana. Mm-hmm. Bro, if the defense and the special team didn't score none of them points, we beat them 27-0. Still, that's a blowout, sir. Yeah. Like, come on now. What we talking about?
Yeah, what we talking about,
man? Winning. It's about winning the game because, hey, man, that's all it is about, bro. That's why I said I'm proud of Mike, man. Mike, he showed some good game management and some good just situational football. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to go for 1,000 yards in the first damn game. We got 16 more games after this. We're going to see some offense. Y'all just be cool.
Yeah, be patient.
We're going to for sure see it in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't, just stick around. That's all I want them to do. Just stick around.
Hey, you know the craziest thing, though, bro? Ain't nobody really mention it like that. Sure, we still put up 27 points. That's more than what the Washington team did. That's more than the Eagles team did. So we the number one offense basically in the NFC East right now. Right or wrong?
Come on, man.
Come on with it, man. They ain't looking at it.
That's why I say shout out to my boy Montana, man, because he put that on my mind. I'm like, damn, Montana just made a good point. Like, even if the defense them didn't even score, we still dogged them.
Yep.
We dogged them all the way around. Like, bro, just keep so I hate when everybody say, man, when we win, we didn't win the right way. When we lose, we shouldn't have lost. You know, it's like, it is what it is. Ain't nothing gonna silence the critics. One thing y'all gotta know, nation, ain't nothing gonna silence the critics but a ring.
Yep.
That's the only thing gonna silence the critics.
Yep,
So
and then we gonna be on the other side of it like we were in the 90s. Hey man, Troy only got that ring because of Emmett, or Troy only got that ring because of the defense. Hey, I don't mind being on that side of the argument though. You know, that's what I can't wait to be at for the end of this year. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you a lot for taking my car, man.
No doubt, man. Let's go, man. So now they're gonna have to get back to real football talk. Let me see if I can do this. Mina Khan, she killing it. She's real football lady. You know, even though she get, points taken away from her because she's elated to those crazy people out there. I think you can get some real good football from her. I think what's the guy? God dog, his name is the tip of my tongue. I like his show. Rich Eisen. Yeah, Rich Eisen, I like his show. I think you get some real good concepts of football. He's really good. I like that type of show. And the one that got really, you get some good stuff from it is old boy. Why does his name keep escaping me? With the slick back, man. What's his name again? Y'all help me out. I think you get real good football stuff from him. I think that if they wanted to really reshuffle the deck, they would put him on with Skip, but I don't think that he's going to fall for that crazy stuff. Colin Cowherd, I like when Colin Cowherd bring his guests on. I think he got objectively speaking, Colin, I'm talking about the dude with the slick back, man. What's his name? Nick Wright, my bad. Nick Wright, I think he does a great show. What's your name? Pat McAfee, that's all hype. It's all about if he bring on a good guest or what have you. Colin Cowherd, if he brings on a good guest, but his opinions be so crazy. Louis Riddick is really good. That's the get up, right? So I think that they should do away with some of those people to be too many on there. Just keep Ryan Clark and keep Lewis or somebody like that. So that's what I would do, But I think that whatever Skip Bayless is doing with all of those people is too many people, for one. Keyshawn, Michael Irvin, and then you have Richard Sherman. It's just too many people in there, man. They call it a sausage fest up in that joint. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Yes, indeed. So it is just too many, man. All right, I got from the 832. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man. $832.
Yo, this you, Law Dog?
Yeah, man. Yeah, what's good with you, bro? Talk to me.
What's up, man? Hey, this is Michael B. Slash, a.k.a. Tony Montana.
Tony Montana, man. What's good with you, man? Talk to me, man.
Hey, man, I wanted to hit on a few points. Hold on. The first thing I wanted to hit on was, did you see that movie? With Eddie Murphy and them, Harlem Nights?
Yeah, it's my movie right there.
When that boxer said, if you don't take this ass whooping personally.
You're wrong, man. Oh my gosh, man. You wrong. It was good.
Oh shit. Okay. Last night we played complimentary football.
Complimentary, we did.
Right?
Right.
Second thing I noticed that we really didn't need that. Hell, I mean, what's his name? Michael Parsons should have played quarterback in that game.
Yeah.
The defense was so tenacious. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the third thing I want to hit on, it was very good coaching last night. They kept it mild and mannered. They knew it was wet.
Right.
They knew what could happen if he would have tried to put the ball up in the air too much. The ball
right.
gets heavy and wet. You understand what I'm saying? So Mike McCarthy said, no, that's not what we're going to do. We're not Kellen Moore. This ain't Kellen Moore. This is Mike McCarthy now. we're going to run the rock. And if we get these little dip and dabs, we're going to dip and dab. But we already got the taste in our mouth. We're going to win this game, or we're going to win it as a unit.
Yeah.
And that's the third thing I want to say. We played as a unit, man, on all three phases. They played as a unit. And that's what unity brings together, man. I believe, this is what I believe, right? This is my belief. They see the dog in Michael Parsons, right? That defense see the dog in him. And they don't want him to outdo them. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
They said, no, we ain't going to let him outdo us. We're going to eat too. We're going to eat too. He might be the leader of the pack, but we're going to eat too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was so ecstatic about that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's always a nail biter, you know what I'm saying, when you're watching that Sunday Night Football, man. But when old boy hit him and he popped up that ball, I said, oh, it's over, man. It's game over. It's game over. It's game over. They played a hell of a game last night. I am proud of this team. You know what I'm saying? I'm DC for life. Better believe it.
Yeah.
Ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? But like I told you, have those jerseys ready. 15-2 and Super Bowl, brother.
Let's go, man. I'm ready for it, man. I know you are too, man. Let's get it, man. Appreciate you for calling in, fam.
I'm ready.
Let's
Take
get
care,
it, man.
brother.
A good call from my guy, Tony Montana. All right, so that was the last caller, man. That line, I made it through.
Goodbye.
Thank y'all so much. I was thinking while he was talking that, I think Emmanuel Acho would have been just a great pickup for Skip Bayless. Just move him over there, and they could have just rolled that one, right? I think that Nick Wright and Keys, they would work together, man. That would be a good dynamic there. And then the playmaker, you can just have him floating around on Fox, you know what I'm saying, just hitting up everybody's show or what have you, and then have him on it for segments. And I think that would be a better lineup, in my opinion. And for ESPN, I think that Shay Sharp, Shay Sharp should have had his own show, like his own segment, you know what I'm saying? And then, every now and then him and Stephen A. Smith interact. I think that would be a better flow of shows or what have you. I think that I left out this dude, Freddie. Is it Freddie Coleman? We got a real deep voice, man. He's really good too, y'all. Swagoo and Mina, yeah, that would be good. That would be good. Alexia says nope on Emmanuel Acho. Well, I'm just thinking from the entertainment piece. He can be like the baby version of Shay Sharp. You know what I'm saying? That is what it is, man. Just try to help them boys out. I try not to watch ESPN. This is from David. Yep. Mina is good too. Yeah, Mina's good though. Miguel says, bro look like a prime Harden. Believe it or not, I'm about maybe 10 or 11 years older than James Harden, though. So that makes Harden look like me, But, Marcellus Wiley, he doing a great thing independently, But they should just pay us new media, man. Should give us one of them doggone cameras and contracts, If they put a suit on me, you know what I'm saying? And you put cameras, and I don't have to push all these buttons. Shoot, it's game over with, man. They wouldn't even know what's hitting them. You know what I'm saying? You put me on camera and TV, it'll be over with. Yeah, and I look good in the suit. They all suck. Yes, indeed, David Lawrence said, they all suck, man. And on their glizzy, they're slurping, huh? Yes, indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was a great showcasing. I appreciate y'all so much for hitting the like, sharing, and subscribing to this channel and this network here. Independent, over here. I appreciate y'all. Me and my brother, we will be doing the pick'em shows on. I'm just trying to give y'all the rundown on Thursday. We will be doing maybe something Wednesday, but me and Ashley, we're gonna kick back open the show on Wednesdays or what have you. Ash Wednesday, me and her, we're gonna be doing the show together on Wednesdays. On Monday nights, me and Okoye, we supposed to be getting together. I'm just giving you guys a rundown. Me and Okoye, and of course Tuesday nights, I reserved that night for the final word, right? So my only free night, is on Fridays, and every other Wednesday, we're trying to do this Super Friend show on once a month on Wednesday nights, or give or take. So that's all rundown of the schedules and stuff like that. Y'all know I freestyle most of my shows. There's nothing written. We just talk and we just review for what's going on around. That's one thing. I tried to go live between the hours of 11 and 2. You know what I'm saying? It's just what I try to do. Between 11 and 2-ish, it would be my time frame. And I know my guy Skywalker, he's early in the morning, between 8:30 and 11, So I do know that other content creators are live around that time too. I got my guy Landlord. He goes live around 11. So some of our schedules, I try to be respectful of people's schedules and stuff, because I know that you guys jump from one content creator to another, and then y'all go back and watch one, and I know it can be very, very, very tedious to do such, right? But at the end of the day, shout out to Rewind Gang, you know what I'm saying, DVR Gang, or I'm gonna watch it on the playback gang. Appreciate y'all. And we're gonna read y'all super chats. Law, I sent a couple super chats, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to get these super chats too, man. I've been missing y'all super chats, but it's not in vain, because your name is entered into a drawing to win a helmet. So bear with me. Let me see if I can come on. Where my doggone thing at? Whoa. There we go. Come on up there. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to read it, and I want to give y'all shots out, man. I really appreciate y'all so much. Chevy Boy from Natchez 601, that was from last night. Bread Boy says, if the Cowboys keep this up, I'll be drinking Remy all season. Appreciate you for your super chat. Black Lion said the media in analyzing Dak performance, calling it pedestrian, saying all he has to do is stay out of the way. No talk on Joe Burrow's performance. This is from Black Lion. That's for the media. They're going to pick at us at any shape, form, or fashion. That's what they're going to do. They're going to pick at us. And they're going to dissect us in a negative light all the time, bro. But I'm going to say this. A win is a win. Let them continue to hate. And all we have to do is not buy into the media. We bought into the fact in 2018, 17 to 18, we bought into that. Oh, man, no more dinking and dunking. We're going to try to force the ball. No. Dink and dunk this thing all the way through. And our Red Sadiq super chat, appreciate you. Deidre Miller says, love Law Nation and Cowboys. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support and your love over here. Jangly Echo says, not all media talking. He's and flipping around and saying the Giants suck. When they have been hyping them up all season. So I guess for context, so what you're saying is that only him, not all people are talking about that, basically, Echoes. I hope I'm on the right page. I hope I am, bro. Echoes, all I can say is the media will flop around. They will flip-flop on us left and right. But we going to stay true to who we are. You know what I'm saying? That's what we going to do over here. we going to stay true right there, right, y'all? Appreciate y'all in the chat. Also, Lost in Translation Podcast, one of my mods over here. We are forming Voltron over here. Let's go, Cowboys. Let's go. Yes, indeed. Let's go. See, I'm going to get to y'all, man. I'm going to read every last one of them. Tom Brady was carried by his defense for the most part. For the first 3 Super Bowls, you are 1,000,000% right, bro. For the first 3, hey, he was carried by the kicker. Sanjay said Schoolmaker would be the best tight end on the Cowboys roster by the end of the season. I ain't gonna fight you on that, dog. We got to have these boys stand up and stay tall. You know what I'm saying? And stay tall. I hate to say this, but Schultz make the catches, tight ends drop. This is from my guy Peach, and I think I read that one from 187. This is from Echoes Law. I would take that back for what I said the other day. He said the Eagles were going to win the NFC East the other day. Yeah, I know you're taking it back now. There's nothing wrong with moonwalking. Yes, indeed. Cowboys are going to pick up this thing, man. I truly believe that the Cowboys will, ladies and gentlemen. Super chat from Garth says, majestic, awesome to see the majestic beard get snaps at fullback. Oh, my bad, majestic beast at fullback to get these snaps. Okay, you talking about 40 ounce. You call him majestic beast? I'm calling him 40 ounce. My eyes coming together when I try to read this. People cried that they wanted to see wins. No stats, not stats. We just won 40-0. Ain't nothing crying about that. It's about celebration. Enjoy yourself, baby. This is from Justin Price. Let's go. Macias says, your Law, I sent a couple of super chats. Now, I don't see yours at all down here, Macias. Let me see if I can find it, because that's the first time seeing your name. This system, man, I'm going to figure it out, baby. I'm going to figure out a way. Stephen A. Smith, forehead, narrative, law. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Glenn Caper says, you're kicking butt when you can experiment. I saw formation last night where McCarthy just wanted to see if the play would work. You ain't lying. Scorpio says, soon to be 6. Go Cowboys. Yeah, we on a quest for 6, baby. We on a quest for 6. And let me see if I can find you other super chat. I got to go to another system to read this one. Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man, for all that y'all do for the nation. And we went through all of those super chats there. Right. We went through them all. Appreciate y'all, man, for supporting the nation. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, indeed. Y'all bear with me. Appreciate y'all. Hail Mary! Bring on the stinky. Yeah. We gonna bring it all the way on. Supers. We got here. Let me see if I can find you, Marcius. Yeah, it's a little longer than Shaq feet. That's a good thing. It's a good thing to have a list long like this. I don't see your other chat, Marcius. But what I'm going to do is we're going to get better, man, with all of this and reading out all of y'all. And we're going to give, like I say, give back to those who support the nation and bringing it in the best way possible. Cowboy Nation, one day at a time, one movement at a time, brick by brick, we stacking these things together. And when we come out victorious, many people would try to sully it. Many people would try to take away what you do and claim it as it is been nothing. And that's just how it goes, too. They say success is very subjective. I say success is how you look at it, too. When you beat a team 40-0, the opposing team, it's not like they don't have millionaires out there. Not like they don't have first-round draft picks out there. You see, the goalposts continue to be moved for us. It stayed tight for everyone else. The expectations, not the same. Burrows can get paid a half or $250 million, basically. He got paid $250 million. Threw for 82 yards. Lost badly. The last time the Cowboys lost in a blowout fashion, with I believe number 4 being the quarterback, was in 2021 against the Denver Broncos. Before that time frame, I believe it was against the Denver Broncos in 2017, give or take. So we don't even lose by large margins, but every loss is felt quadruple times over here. Look, we didn't lose a single game last year back to back. We didn't. But if you talk to the common folks, you would think that we did. You would think that we didn't blow out anyone last year, but we did. You see, we measured by different factors. Heavy is the crown, they say. Being spotted, that star on the side of the helmet might as well be a target. But let them continue to aim at us. Let them continue to hate at us. Let them continue to fight against us. But we stand alone on these streets because I want the real soldiers over here. I want my dogs over here.
Spartans, prepare for glory.
I want the real ones that's here. You see, I want somebody, even in a pinch, even though it may seem as if though we're down, that they locked in arms with me. I don't want you only here when we're winning. I want you even here, even in the loss. That's how I know that you are already blood-in, balled in, and not to be sold. If there's one thing a man should always do, is mainly to himself stay true. Never allow someone to change your point of view, unless what they mean and bring makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices turn those hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was, how about them Cowboys? Oh, it's 40-0. The morals of life: live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They would take the decent man to alter his heart to seek to rip him apart. Those mans or those friends. You shouldn't walk around with them, and you shouldn't let them in. Come on, Cowboy Nation. Let's continue to grind and shine. Life like this, I wish raindrops would fall, would never be uttered from the Giants community. But when the rain fell on them last night, they looked up, and it wasn't just the droppings from the heavens. It was 40 burgers coming out of the clouds. I like what the Playmakers said. Oh, I didn't know that we gonna get burgers and some dessert on the side. Yes, indeed, we had them glazed donuts on the side. 40-0. And they were trying to rush on to the Jets. But I come here to tell y'all right now, enjoy this victory. Enjoy this moment. 11 straight times that we done beat these Giants around, and they had the audacity to say that their quarterback is better than yours. They had the audacity to say that Thibodeau is better than Sam Williams. They had the audacity to say that their defensive front is better than ours. They had the audacity to say that they got a better secondary group and a linebacker group than ours. But now the results are that we are the best. And they continue to look up, and the first thing that they're going to do over here is talk about our shortcomings, talk about our misfortunes, talk about our faults, talk about our illness, talk about the things that we haven't been successful in. And keep this in mind as they trying to keep the records together. I'm holding one now, baby. I can't stop. I'm going to keep going. Oh, they're going to talk about all of those things about us being short and not being able to stand tall to these moments and leave out the other things for context. But won't you contextualize this like textualizer in the hat? Won't y'all contextualize this right here, ladies and gentlemen? Even though it's been 27 years, what's holding them back and keeping them back from catching up and being up, huh? Even though they got 4 of them, they had 2 of them in the last decade or such, or well, it's a little bit over the last decade now. But they still looking up, and I'm talking about the Giants. You see, we on a quest for 6. They on a quest for 5. We already been through the quest that they talking about going to. Oh, and I'm not even going to talk about the Washington tape and as well as the Eagles. So as much as it is, I'm going to tell you guys this right here. Tell them to continue to look up. Keep working those neck muscles out. Yes, indeed. keep looking up because those neck muscles are so strong right now. They got stomach muscles on them. They know what greatness is about. They know what we about. And that's the start. I seen some Eagle fans rooting for the Giants. I seen some Washington team rooting for the Giants. So I take this as a quadruple win for us. Yes, indeed. See, when you're on the top, everybody want to throw some rocks at you. See, what we can't do is climb down to their level. That means the rocks will hurt a little bit more, but we can take that too. I'm willing to take everything. Cowboy Nation, let's continue to grind to shine. The name is Law Nation, and if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, and turn for it, and lose all terror of your mind. If you will simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty, you can put 40 on a team that they thought that they was better than you on. When they said that they were the mighty giants, when they said that these people, men of renown, that they can't be stopped, the men of that can't be put down at all. And we had to take off some armor. We had to take off all of the thoughts that they said was going to happen. And we had to walk out there and find a smooth rock and just give me a slingshot. It don't matter how much rain falling from the heaven. It don't matter how hot it is. It don't matter how slick the field is. All that matters is, did you hit your target when it was necessary? Did you make the necessary hit to count? Did you hit them in between the eyes? Did you make them fall flat on their face? Yeah, baby. That's what we did to the Giants. Now, you might as well don't even call them big nor tall. Just call them little. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
Damn! Damn!
Let's go. Let's go, baby. The Little Giants.
Whoa! Give me my theme music.
Yeah. Come on. Imitated but never duplicated, baby. Yes, indeed. Come on. Yes, let's get it, baby. Shout out to everybody. Sharing is caring. Slay them, baby.
I've been really in the field.
Come on. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Bill.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to
I rock, appreciate you.
I just wanna run it up.
Bread Boy, appreciate you. Black Line, Sadiq, Miller. Hey. Shout out to y'all.
Lately, I just wanna run
Lost in translation, Jay Recruiter. Macias.
to the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same.
Glenn Capers.
Roll my change, take some losses when I play. Charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm
Who
with
with
T-Back, I'm with Reverend now.
Hey.
I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm
Shout out to you, JR.
Still the same, not switching
Shout out to you,
sides,
TC,
now it's that
on the
loyalty.
drums.
You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me.
We want the
Like
nana.
you with designer,
Okay.
I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, there's nothing real as this.
Shout out to you, Patrice.
Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit.
If you watched all the way to this point and you didn't smash the like button, you didn't caress the like button, you didn't rub the like button, you didn't talk to the like button.
I just wanna run it up.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
Kinda check a song.
Shame.
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Come on.
Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. must be off the dome. I never own a chrome. Too many phones and clothes. I be at home alone. I be in zones alone.
I be on roll alone.
I be really in the field like
Victory dance, baby. Come on. Let's go. Come on.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe me out. Breathe you in.
Let's get it.
Yeah. Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last bite for you. For you. Ooh. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do. Player too. Seven more and another one. And another one. Fighting you was the one I lost. 7 wonders all in one. All in one. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. You must be out your goddamn mind. I be your player too. I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do. Player too. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far,
I want me some glory hole.
so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. Let's go, so man! So far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on. In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right.
Like this motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
Come on. Appreciate you, TC, on the drums. Let's roll. Cowboy Nation.
So tell you good night, 'cause I'll find no better one. Yeah, susceptible now.
Come on.
Spartans, prepare for glory.
Shout out to you, Gina, Chase, James. I see you. Shout out to you, Choctaw. R.I.P. to Kelvin Savage. Shout out to you. Coolin' in the game. Scorpio, let's get it. Lean forward, all haters. Come on.
Yes. can stop me. Sacrifice. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way. I follow. No need to say.
Shout out to you, Gina, with the J.
Where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all.
Hold on.
So tell you good night.
Wait a minute. Bear with me for 1 second. Can you pause the music just for a second? Can you pause the music just for a second? Pause 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's tune in to the Giants. Let's listen to what they said. Oh my goodness. They still crying over there. I thought y'all stopped crying. Lean forward. Now kick my music back on. Until next time, DC for life. Hey, all that crying, man. We got people trying to get some work done over here. Come on with all that crying. One more time, go to your room. The Little Giants. That's how they sound, too. You know, a cop pissing crying. Tell him. Hush your mouth.
When things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that.
Now, so the
because you
cocaine
don't know who you're going to meet.
When does that crack